I ain't been here in a few years.
Live.
I'm not a big car guy,
Live.
but it was cool last time.
I'm a car guy. I always go.
I hate cars.
My wife and I have been going to that since we got together, so that's like, I feel like if we don't go, that might fuck up our marriage.
Yeah, fuck up the street.
Tell me formatting. Is this like a don't swear? Is this a swear?
Cuss your ass off.
Swear and do whatever the fuck you want to
The
do?
curse right out the bat.
We live on Facebook, so whatever you say is viral.
Sweet. Who is this?
Jake Johnson. Are you in already? Yo, yo, yo. Local Celebrity Podcast. Always want to say radio show.
You always say
Podcast,
radio.
baby.
Keep
Back
it
in the
thorough.
building for another week. We've been on a couple weeks streak.
Yeah.
We in here, baby. The other
Yeah.
microphone. It's your host, Debitus.
Okay.
A.k.a. D's and your T's and your
One more.
Me's. A.k.a. Cut the Crap.
Two more.
A.k.a. Fat Boy
Three
Swag.
more.
A.k.a. The Black Chinaman.
Yoing.
A.k.a. Davey Watt.
Yup.
A.k.a. Skate.
What up,
And
it's your boy?
WWG gang leader.
Oh shit.
Bearded Man Group chairman of the board.
Okay, I like
Happy
that.
Face God.
CEO and the client.
And we in here.
Yeah, it's your boy Beasley, St. Paul, what up? Minneapolis, stand the fuck up. Good morning, a.k.a. The yellow guy, a.k.a. your mommy's fucking favorite boyfriend, a.k.a. your baby daddy's worst nightmare, a.k.a. Buck 40 plus club, nigga, fuck with me. Ah!
One more.
A.k.a. I just listened to Black Panther soundtrack and that shit is dope. Boom, bye, yeah.
Is it all Kendrick?
Mostly Kendrick inspired, but there's some dope shit on there. Dope shit. It's very,
That's what's up.
very
And we brought
Afrocentric.
Another special guest for you guys this week.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself, my friend.
I don't got on them AKAs.
You're gonna have some today.
This is Felix, aka Midway Felix.
A.k.a.
Chris.
That's your government?
Yeah, that's the government.
Oh,
AKA.
shit.
I
You giving it up.
ain't hiding.
Okay.
One more for the road. One more. A.k.a.
Frogtown's friend.
Mm.
I don't know. What you got?
Frogtown's finest.
There we go.
I like that.
Maxfield, gang.
Yeah.
Gang.
Man, we made it another week, man. We're going to keep the streak up.
Yeah, G been keeping us alive. That nigga, he's still having intercourse, but we back, baby.
I like when y'all break y'all's fast, then we could come together, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all's on y'all's righteous path.
Yeah, I'm still righteous. I'm still righteous, man. No
Definitely
Greenwich.
not,
No Greenwich. No Greenwich.
Just
No weed.
Just liquor.
Just a little bit of weed. I feel a little bit of liquor. I'm not, just a little bit of liquor. I feel great, man. I feel great. You said weed, so it triggered my weed, the inner weed nigga. Just a little bit of weed, please. But yeah, no weed, man. I feel real good. My eyes is white again. So yeah, it feels good. It feels good.
So you prefer to drink a little than smoke a little?
Absolutely. Drinking is legal. It's the worst shit, but it's legal. So yeah.
I'm with this man.
Thank you, white man.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm with him on that.
Right. And a job keeps job security, job longevity. Shout out to the random
Hey,
drug
that shit's
test.
about to be legal pretty soon, bro.
I know. I need a prescription, nigga, so I can pass these tests. I heard that CBD oil, though, test positive for THC. That's what I heard.
THC, but you don't get high either. CBD is just.
Well, I don't want no CBD.
CBD is like the medical shit. Like if you have like ailments, if you
I need it. I got PTSD,
If you
nigga.
really want to use weed medically, CBD is the way to go.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
why if you don't get high?
Because the healing process, the other things that make you feel good in the weed, the euphoria, not the euphoria, but
THC makes you feel good.
in your head. But there's shit in there in medical uses that, like, if you got pains and aches and shit,
that's
like,
what I got.
for work, you be sore and shit.
Yeah.
Smoke a little of that CBD, man. You have to be a little loose and shit.
I got anxiety, nigga. I need CBD oil.
There you go.
Give it to me.
You got
Feed
that
me.
anxiety and shit, you be good.
Right. All right.
That's what you got to do, man.
Learn something new today.
Hey,
Shout out to the C. Where y'all niggas at? Bring me that shit. Let's go.
now that shit you do gotta.
You gotta go to the doctor.
Now I got the plug for that shit, man. My man's is he be all around the USA. He be doing this thing. Shout out to the plug.
I don't know if I got the plug or not, but I do know, I heard of a doctor that could help get you your medical card.
Oh yeah, in Minnesota.
Like 200.
Expose that nigga.
200. No, I'm not exposing him. When I write, I'm gonna get mine.
Okay, we'll
You
get
gotta keep something like that in your pocket, man.
Yeah.
Right.
The only thing about that is that right now the medical is way more expensive than just smoking recreational or getting it how you
They putting street cats out of business, like myself.
No, they're not, because it's expensive. So like I said, like you gotta have the right medical coverage to even get that shit. And like I said, it's still cheaper on the streets. You know what I mean? So,
right.
So
shout out to the streets.
It ain't putting the streets out yet.
All right. Shout out to the streets and the peddlers and the hustlers and the dope dealers.
And then everybody don't have the know-how or to go get the medical.
That is true.
Or they're lazy and women deliver as opposed to going to the
number two a lot more. That's more.
So I don't think it's gonna put the brows out of commission yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
All right. Still got life in the streets. Let's go. What's new, man? Talk to me. I see you got a fedora. Did you go shopping?
I did not. This is an old fedora, man.
I'm still fit your big ass head.
I'm on my fedora gang shit, but I need a new one. I need a new fedora or
right. What for y'all niggas
fedora? I knew it was gonna be beard.
The beard and hat.
I know what the fuck. What the fuck? I gotta step my game up. This bitch.
Yeah, I'm trying to expand from the. Man. I used to be a fitted guy, but now we getting old, man. You got.
Yeah, I know, man. You gotta grow up.
Can't wear jerseys no more.
Right.
You gotta get the motherfucking fedora game on, bro.
I've been wearing fedoras for years. Fedoras and them driving caps. I've been wearing them for years. Yeah, these
trucker caps around.
No, the driving caps, the ones that are
the little
old Kango ones. Yeah.
We got the little button. That's the little snap down shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
that paperboy shit.
Them ones ain't for big. That shit, I think they like make fat dudes look weird.
To me, that's the only fucking hat you can wear in the club and get away with it. Like that shit, don't let y'all niggas in. I try to come in with a snapback or a fitted, be like, nah, man, you gotta take the hat off. Nigga hair be all fucked up. So fuck y'all club niggas. Let's go.
That's funny. So yeah, so I'm trying to step the hat game up, man. I can't be wearing. And the thing with fitteds too is like not everything is fucking snapbacks, man. And I'm way too old for a damn snapback.
Yeah, I don't even own a snapback.
I should be on like 2 snaps.
Right. 2 snaps from
you
the
gotta have a
like
little hair for a snapback.
Right. Yeah, you gotta have.
Should be on 1 snap, clinking on this shit. That ain't for me.
Plastic ass cheap shit.
Yeah, I only wear them things in the summer, and I just it is what it is. You're gonna sweat through them bitches.
Right.
Yeah.
It's good ventilation on the back for the back of the head. Niggas got the hot dog packs and shit. Expose them hot dog packs and
so I've been on my fedora
thing
for probably like 2 years now, but I only got like 4. I'm trying to splurge out, man. I'm about to get a motherfucking cowboy. My nephew said I got out a cowboy hat.
I ain't that a bitch. Tell him you're a classic man.
Want to give me a cowboy hat, man?
You're a classic man.
Them things ain't cheap. I got one as a gift. Like I wear it like when it's time to go camping with the family or whatever.
Right.
That's about it. But things like $100
for a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Like a legit one.
Yeah, legit one. This one's like $100 right here too.
You
get a real one. You get a real one, and they ain't cheap at all.
Right. You can't be at Target grabbing your shit, B.
You know I got like a $50 budget.
I
ain't on $100 hat level. Yeah, I might feel like 50 on one.
$100 hat. I'm wearing that bitch till the fall apart.
Go downtown St. Paul. Go to Jaime's Haberdashery.
That's what they just told me on my Facebook today.
Where is that at?
It's right on. What is that? Fifth?
On St. Peter's.
St. Peter's.
That's the spot with the nigga with the curly mustache.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Bougie ass nigga. What up?
Who?
Well, we have a little curly ass mustache.
Jimmy.
Okay, shout out to Mustache Jimmy. Yeah. Your style, you're a classic man. Very classy.
Yeah, I had posted something today about that. And that's where I think the majority of people said, but they said it was kind of expensive there too.
It's expensive, but you go there and you
get a tailored hat.
What you'll do is you'll get ideas.
I was gonna say they gotta measure your head for that shit. They look expensive.
You get ideas real quick in your head. You be like, oh man, I just need 3 or 4 more.
Yeah.
Well, how much are they? Maybe I just need one. You'll walk out with one, but then like 2 months later, you'll be back.
Right. Yeah, I measured my head. My shit's big as fuck, man.
No, I know my shit big. I don't even get my shit measured.
I don't even know if I measured her. I just took a tape measure.
Just wrap that bitch around your head. And they got the 32-inch head.
Well, if you tell them your fitted size, they'll find one for you.
So I wear down there 8 in the fitted, man.
Nigga, I wear 8 3/4.
Yeah, right.
I swear to God, that's when I had braids. That's when I had braids.
Yeah.
And you like one of them motherfuckers like your shit all big.
I like my shit around there. You can't see my eyes, motherfucker.
Like Joel Santana or some shit like that. Big ass fitted on.
Yeah, you might have to resize for fedora.
I definitely got to resize my hats now because I cut my shit off.
Yeah.
Shout out to the girl niggas with that don't rock braids. Bang bang. Let's go. Finally, nigga. It's time to grow up. Cut that shit off.
Man, what y'all think about your man LeBron, man? Boss.
That nigga is the boss. Yeah, he's the guy. I didn't know he was running this shit. That nigga's dead.
That motherfucker been.
I mean, I knew it, but I didn't know
coaches
like that.
Fired.
Yeah.
I was just debating with these dudes at work.
That nigga's the GOAT.
He's like, oh man, LeBron's a bitch. I'm like, dude, how could you hate on him, dude? He's the only. What other NBA player in history pretty much dictated their own career?
Who he want to play with? I want to start.
Who they want to play with?
Get him or you're fired.
Who is coaches? Name one coach that LeBron had.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
He even coached the team, bro.
Right.
He snapped on the team. Or he snapped on the coach. Yeah. And that was a minute ago.
Yeah, he got fired after he talked shit to LeBron.
And he got Lou hired. Now he's like, he about to get them on fire.
Yeah, buddy.
I fuck with LeBron. I like. See, my thing with him is he did the responsible thing off the court as far as keeping his homies put on.
Yeah.
Because everybody else went and ran to some big Hollywood, maybe not Hollywood.
You know,
some
like
big LA sports agent type.
Right.
And he just was like, let me peep game for a quick minute, and then let me just put my homies from school in those positions.
Right.
And
he didn't fuck with Jay-Z.
And he didn't get backwards on it. He didn't go MC Hammer on it. And go broke on that.
Right.
No, he got all his whole squad is like his managers and they got their entertainment company and everything. They doing TV shows and all types of shit.
So basically, he's on some I don't need Jay-Z for this.
Right. So everybody in his life is cool except for his mother. Shout out to his mother.
She cool too.
She was banging mother. What you know that?
Yeah, she was banging Delonte West. She was banging that nigga, banging his teammates.
She was bogus for that, but I'm sure he still take care of
my mom's ass.
You see Delonte West ain't been in the NBA since he got blackballed out there.
Yeah, I ain't seen Delonte West.
Tell you LeBron is the motherfucking boss, bro.
Yeah, he is.
LeBron Stern out here, bro.
Shout out to LJ, the GOAT.
I bet you Golden State don't win it this year.
I've never been.
I'm joking. He might not have that much pull, but hey, if they get one more, he gonna pull the cord on them. Like, hey, man.
I had somebody the other night trying to tell me that they think the Timberwolves are that good, and I'm just like, well, did you see
to be Golden State?
Yeah.
Not yet.
No.
Luckily, some lucky games. The niggas is they on.
Not in the 7-game series.
No.
You know, as much as it would be nice to see the Timberwolves go that far. It's like the same thing as the Vikings, right? They went damn close and then
damn close.
I feel like that's a Minnesota curse.
See, man,
for men's sports.
See,
anyway.
we put we said before here, we put everything on the Vikings. Like I didn't think they were gonna. I hope they were gonna win, but dude, we overachieved like a motherfucker.
Right.
Yeah.
And only one team wins a championship every game, so
that's right.
Everybody fails besides the team that wins it. But seeing that we hold them dear to our heart, they fucked up to us. Like. We're crushed that we think they dropped the ball, but shit, only one team wins every year, man.
I think Minnesota fans are disappointed because they actually felt the only way we could win the Super Bowl was at home.
No, that's bullshit.
I didn't think that.
No, I don't. Man, maybe. I mean,
probably
I thought they would not let us play here. I thought when it came down to it,
I thought they played like they didn't want to play here because the pressure of winning here and playing Super Bowl here.
Right. All they had to do was make it, though. And they still would have made
history.
Yeah, they just had to make it.
Even if they lost at home, I still feel like that would have been huge. But here's the thing: if you're counting on home team advantage or home field advantage to win a Super Bowl, you got to realize that most of your fans aren't going to be in the stands because the people who bought those tickets,
that's way in
they bought those tickets well before they knew who was going to be.
Exactly.
They're not there to cheer.
All the celebrities and shit bought them tickets. All the rich motherfuckers.
Yeah. Bradley Cooper's the only one that's like, oh man, my team's going to the Super Bowl. I guess I better get a suite.
I'm buying the ticket. Box. Put me in a box.
Yeah.
Shout out to Philadelphia though. So we did get beat by the Super Bowl champions. I know a lot of Vikings niggas started turning into Philly niggas all of a sudden.
You could rationalize and say that makes us the second best team. Maybe.
Well, that's how Vikings fans are. They rationalize all the shit.
Well, some people ride with the team to beat their team. So like, if they beat us, so then you can say you got beat by the champions.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you don't want to get. So we got blown out, then the Philly would have got blown out by New England.
That would have made us.
That would have made us look really whack.
Right. I agree.
But the fact we can't, man. Hey, it's only one winner, man.
That's right. And the winner was Philadelphia Eagles. Let's go.
And
I had money on Tom Brady though.
I guess they deserved it too, man. They never won a Super Bowl, so I ain't no hater, man.
No, they won. It was like way back in like 68.
No, they never won
63. No, Philly did win. Philly won one.
No, they won. But
it's been a long time. What's the dude? The fat ass Cheeks.
Cheeks?
That's fucking. He used to be a commentator, dude.
John Madden?
Nah, fuck.
Look, John Madden.
Damn, I can't think of his name now, man. Damn, I can't think.
He played for Philly?
Yeah, he played for Philly back in. Well, I think probably when they did win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Did they win a Super Bowl or did they?
No, they did. Look it up. No, I'm serious. Because they said something about they broke the curse or some shit. I mean, I don't know if they actually won or they just went and lost.
I think they won, and I think you're right to say 68. They were talking about that during the sort of after game stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not for certain like that. For certain on that one or not.
Right.
I'm sure somebody's chiming in and telling us, but I'm still
somebody who's way heavy.
Hit us with the facts, baby. Hit us with the facts. We like facts.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, I just know that I tried to avoid downtown.
Hell yeah.
Downtown was cracking, but the other shit was not cracking. The prices was not cracking. They still got niggas are still hot over that shit. I don't know why, but to each his own. Yeah, you're stupid if you went out there, nigga.
Because you gotta think, like you said, that shit ain't for the people here. That's just for all the out-of-towners that got the money to go do that shit.
Definitely.
Well, and I talked to more than one person who was like, and they got the National Guard on the streets to keep the people here out.
Yeah.
Like, that's...
And they had,
that seems actually kind of wrong.
Like, what was y'all talking about? You couldn't even take the, last week y'all was talking about you couldn't even take the light rail in the downtown.
You had to be a ticket holder, and they would do a heavy security screening, apparently.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. See, nothing jumped off, though.
No.
Nothing. No violence.
But then
except for the one shit.
They had police from all over the country here as well.
Right.
Like Atlanta police was
Feds was in the building. Everybody had the most integrated, some new shit they incorporated this year. All the police had like GPSs and shit, so if one officer was into altercation, literally 3 seconds, and you had about 20 motherfuckers in your neck.
Well, I didn't go downtown, but I went to the mall. I actually went to IKEA last weekend, and at the mall they had a fucking like right at the little parking lot across from the mall.
Right.
They had some shit set up where it was motherfucking like surveillance vans and all type of like high
like what the shit going on?
It was like extra homeless.
It was ready.
They had a satellite on that shit and everything.
It was ready for the bullshit.
This shit's a wrap though.
Yeah, they already set up some terroristic shit would have jumped off. The Minneapolis police, MPPD was out of control once that happened, and the feds was taking over all the way. Well,
you know, when they already got Black Hawk helicopters flying over you,
right?
And F-16s apparently
that shows a lot of force, baby. Intimidation.
They're apparently ready to drop bombs on the situation.
They was ready to
and you know they always say that Bloomington is the biggest police force.
Oh, okay.
And
is it?
Yeah. Because of the Mall of America and the airport.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
They had a TV show before.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, and that's where I learned.
Nigga, they had mall cops.
Hey, wait. Somebody told me, and maybe this is another thing. Maybe your live feed can tell us, right? But somebody told me that Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport is technically still in Minneapolis. Like the city limits are intentionally stretched just razor thin to include the airport.
I would think so because it is.
I believe
so. Why is Bloomington police controlling?
Right.
Probably because it's right there. I don't know.
Right, they're right on the borderline.
I'm just saying.
Maybe they share it. Maybe they share the area.
Right.
I mean, it's definitely airport police when you go out there.
Yeah,
pull me over for
they're probably
30 miles an hour.
Yeah, I was about to say actually, there's probably like both. They probably got their own force, and then just in case something happens, they could spread out to the neighboring.
Right. Like, call out. We need you right across the street, Bloomington. Help us. The motherfuckers don't need help. They got that shit on lock.
Like if something happens to the mall, they own it.
Yes, sir. Shut down. Remember niggas was fighting at Camp Snoopy a long time ago? When the mall first opened?
Yeah,
like it was like a little baby riot in that motherfucker? Yeah, that was shit like that since, have you?
Well, shit, because they stopped letting young motherfuckers hang out.
Not only that, but man, they got that shit on lock.
Shit, when we was in high school.
It ain't that on lock. I mean, not to say that there's no police there, but I'm sorry, man. Like, you're not gonna have a problem getting away from a dude on a Segway in the crowd.
Yeah, right.
But it's just different. Facts, when we were in high school, the mall was like our club. Like, we mob out to the mall.
Remember the
I mean, like, but it was our club though. But like high schoolers, that's what we did. We went to the mall, hung out, and then hang out at the bottom where the buses was.
Right.
And that was this shit. Like that was
before the light rail.
Yeah, that was definitely before the light rail. Before it be down at the bus stop having ciphers and shit.
Right. That's when I had that 54 Express.
Hell yeah.
Mall of America in the airport.
Then you're right. Motherfuckers started fighting and shit. And after that, they had to cut it out.
They got that shit under control, didn't they?
And then all the ciphers just went to my homie's basement.
Niggas used to be scared to rap at the Mall of America too. There'd be so many people out there like, hey, you had to have your shit. I ain't gonna lie, I used to be scared. I never did it. I was a spectator like a motherfucker. Like I might have watched
first battlegrounds.
Kinda,
yeah.
Right,
I can't claim that I was there all the time or nothing, but I went out there. I did my thing once or twice, and
I can't even lie. I was a little scared. I was like, man, these motherfuckers.
Yeah, I never really fuck with the mall like that. I've been here since that bitch opened. I've probably been to the Mall of America 10 times.
Damn.
Total.
Every week.
Good for you.
Yeah, I don't fuck with the mall. I don't like the mall.
I don't fuck with it now, but when I was a teenager, that was the spot. And you know what we do? I used to go out there and steal.
Okay. Shout out to the boosters.
Every weekend I go steal the newest tapes.
Right.
CDs.
That's back when I had Sam Goody.
Yeah, and I knew how to pop the little white tray thing off.
Yeah, that little fucking long ass shit for the tapes.
Get you a razor or a lighter.
I never wanted to go that far.
So that's before they started. That's before they started putting 2 stickers.
I just went to Chico.
Yeah, they did. Because that's the last time I got caught was like that. Because they had 2 of them motherfuckers in there. Like, oh, you motherfuckers got me.
I just went to Chico. It was closer.
Right.
Yeah. Still or just to buy it? You bought them?
Maybe a little column hay, a little column B.
Right. There you go.
You take a couple and then you buy one to let them know that you're legit.
Like, look, I'm gonna steal some shit, but I bought something too. Let me go.
My man's got me caught trying to teach him how to steal. He's like, man, show me how to do this shit. And this motherfucker in there all paranoid and shit got me caught up.
That nigga set you up, steal this.
Well, no, because he's making me paranoid and they start following us and shit. So I didn't. Right. So I tried to take a shortcut to what I usually do just to get out of there. And then as soon as I got out there, that shit go. Beep, 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 beep.
That's the most fucked up shit, man. You ever been around a nigga when they got caught stealing?
Hell yeah.
Like that should've make you never steal again. I think that's why I don't ever.
Because the motherfuckers left me. I was with two other dudes, and when the alarm went off, I looked around. They was gone.
Right. Yeah. But you know they on your ass though already. You got them first couple dudes that'll follow your ass right before you leave.
Yeah.
That's like you know it's over. You better just turn around and get that shit back.
But they did pull through for me though. Yeah. Like I threw the shit back in, and then they try to have security follow me. So I bounced out, and then my boys distracted them.
Did the mall walk on them niggas?
Yeah, I did the mall walk, and then see, like I said, when I got caught, them niggas abandoned me. Them niggas disappeared.
Them niggas down at the bus stop.
But then after I'm trying to make my way out, I see the cops following. I had a little bit of distance on him, and then they stopped and like asking for directions or whatever, and distracted, and then I was
lost in the sauce.
up out of there. And I get down to the bus stop and shit. This old lady that was in there with a big ass duffel. She had like a fucking hockey bag damn near. She comes down and she's like, boy, how'd you get caught? Look at this shit. She opened her bag, nigga. She had motherfuckers. She was mama distance, clothes, shoes. Like, how the fuck you steal some shoes in the discipline and shit?
Stealing,
I got caught with one tape, nigga.
Right.
She walking around with a duffel bag full of shit.
Ain't that a bitch?
And ain't nobody stop her ass.
Also, shout out to the getaway vehicle, the Metro Transit.
Yeah.
There you go. See, that's before they had all the walkie-talkies and shit, though, man. You can't get away now.
No, they had walkie-talkies there, but like I said, like they wasn't on it like the
Metro Transit Security.
No.
Not like
that. Yeah,
they would stop the bus and they'll get on the bitch and pull you off.
Yeah,
after high school, I got a job. I was working at Herbert's and Gerbert's over at Dinkytown.
Right.
It now looks completely different. It's like
a
big
Dinkytown is
condo type looking building.
Yes.
But it used to be just a little shop, and it was just that and a Starbucks. And it's like middle of the day, and we're in there working. I'm on my break, so I'm not behind the counter. I'm like on the little side counter, eating a sandwich because you just take all the free food you can get when you work in a place like that.
Shit?
Nah, man, I swear to God, when we worked there nights, I'm pretty sure like 1/3 of the people that walked in there paid.
Right.
But
like, look, just give me the money, I'll make you a sandwich.
Shout out Big Zach. One day I'm sitting there and this dude walks in with a duffel bag that obviously had a shotgun in it. Like, obviously had a shotgun in it. And my homegirl's working behind the counter and she doesn't see it. And he's like trying to get a sandwich, like all normal.
Right.
But then, like, when she goes to do the register thing, it pops open and he just sticks his hand right in there. And she's like, "What are you doing, asshole?"
That old naive white girl shit.
She says it like that. And I'm like, "It's cool. It's cool.
Let him go.
Just let him do his thing, whatever." And then we just watched this motherfucker stroll across the street to that fucking bus stop in front of the McDonald's.
You niggas got robbed.
And stand there.
Right.
Yeah, you waited for the bus.
And then
I'll shoot your ass from across the street.
one of the like probably like 18-year-old girls from Starbucks comes next door. Did you guys just get robbed too?
Oh damn! So he robbed both of them.
He went both. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, should we call the police? I'm like, we're already on the fucking phone with the police. What the fuck you think? Like, even if it's like some code of the streets, I'm gonna see you later shit. You're working at a business, you think your boss is gonna be cool with you just getting robbed and not calling that shit in? So we call the police and they're like, which way did he go? And I'm like, I'm looking at him right now. He's sitting at the bus stop with like 14 U of M students over there, looking obvious as fuck.
Right,
Here's
like you don't go to school here. You're a robber.
Yeah, and they were like, did he present a weapon? I'm like, there's definitely a shotgun in his bag. And then that bus pulled up and sat there for a long fucking time without going nowhere. And then the police pulled up.
Oh, so they didn't get his ass. Huh?
Yeah, we're just waiting for a second.
They just let the bus driver know.
Oh yeah. So I would say, but he was bold than the motherfucker to begin with.
Man.
If I was a bus driver and cops called me and were like, "Hey, a man with a shotgun's about to get on your bus. Will you just hang out for a while?"
Let's stall him out.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm just gonna skip that motherfucking stop.
Right. Damn.
Hey, he was bold as fuck though.
Yeah, he was bold. That motherfucker was stupid though.
Yeah, that was stupid.
He was with the shit.
How much money did he get from y'all?
Not much. Probably like $100 or something.
Right. I'm just saying that nigga probably still in jail right now.
Nah, I doubt it. I mean, here's the thing. Whenever somebody like I've been around shit like that before. And since, and like, you never know what somebody, he probably got like a mental problem or really, really desperately needs it.
Right.
And
I'm saying
to
both.
me, it's like, if you need it that bad, you're willing to go out and get it like that.
Right.
You can have it.
I get it how I live it. Live it how I get it. Nigga.
Shotgun in the duffel.
Yeah, no shit. That is that reminds me of that shit. What's that goddamn movie? Eddie Murphy. Coming to America.
Coming to America?
Oh, yeah, Samuel
Samuel
ran up in that bitch. He didn't have no duffel bag. He just pulled that bitch out.
He just cocked that motherfucker back in there. Like,
He was Omar.
He racked it up.
Yeah, he was Omar before. Yes.
He racked it up. Yeah, that was original Omar.
Yes.
Racked it on there. Oh, not shots out, but rest in peace, Reggie Cathy.
Who was
He
that?
played Walter on The Wire.
Oh, you serious?
Oh, really?
The mayor's advisor. He just died the other day, man.
Oh, damn.
He played on what else? Fucking Mr. Robot.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, it always get him and fucking Ice mixed up. The dude that play Ice and Paid in Full.
Oh, yep.
Cause they both been in a lot of movies, so I've been getting them two mixed up.
Right, do kind of look the same.
I'm trying to think who's in what now.
But the dude, you're saying that guy's, the one you're talking about did play Walter on the Wire.
He played Walter on The Wire, yeah, and I was trying to think some of his other roles. Let me see, I got it right here, actually.
Power of the internet.
Yeah.
Got that 3G over there.
Oh, yeah, he played on House of Cards.
I've never watched that shit. I heard it was dope.
I've seen a couple episodes. I need to watch the whole thing. It's one of them. It's one of the ones they're already like on season 6 or something. So you gotta start from the beginning.
Right. I got too much shit to watch, man.
That's
too much TV.
I know he played in more than just those two, but those are the main two that they're.
How old was he?
59 years old.
That's still young, man.
Yeah.
Played in Tank Girl. He played in Seven.
Okay.
The Tank Girl. I ain't thought about that movie
Yeah, that's
in
crazy.
a long
Ice
ass
in there.
time.
Speaking of Seven too, I saw an article recently where the original the role that Brad Pitt played in the movie Seven was originally supposed to be Denzel Washington.
I heard that
and
before.
he declined the role.
Right, I heard that before.
That's like weird. How you go from Denzel Washington to Brad Pitt?
Yeah, I don't know.
Good look for Brad Pitt though.
And then like if that was
yeah,
so then in that case so if he did do that, would they still have Morgan Freeman too, like two black dudes? Or?
That's what I'm saying. The Morgan Freeman was supposed to have been Alex Cross, ain't he? In that movie? Or some shit?
No, that's
I never heard that.
thinking of
what movie did he play Alex Cross? Kiss the Girls?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I like Seven. Seven's a classic, man. That's another one I ain't seen in a long
That's
time.
when nigga cut the wife's head off, didn't he?
Yeah.
That shit was fucked up. It's like, ooh, that nigga's crucial. It's crazy. That was a suspense thriller / horror. It's a good ass fucking good flick.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I feel like at that time it was a good time for Morgan Freeman because that came out not that far away from like Shawshank Redemption,
Right.
and a couple other movies.
See, man, we old as fuck.
Yeah.
No niggas watching this shit like, what the fuck?
He's been old in every movie we've seen.
Yeah, yes.
He's been old since forever.
I don't think I've seen young Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, right?
That's why, you know, that phrase, old as God?
Right.
Why you think he played God?
God, right. But he didn't become an actor until he was older, though.
Shit, I'm trying to think of his youngest role might be like, there's like an army movie I seen one time where he was like in it.
That nigga had no mustache and shit.
No, yeah, he was still old then. He must have been in his like high 30s at the time then.
Yeah.
Maybe Lean on Me, he still was kind of old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that was the youngest I've seen Morgan Freeman. I forgot that nigga was.
I know he had a movie
Joe
before
Clark.
then. Joe Clark, yeah.
Yeah, that
He used to call me Crazy Joe. Now
Yeah,
they call me
Batman.
That's a
Joe,
classic.
smoke crack, don't you? You like it?
Kid Rick, that was my guy in there.
Oh, and that
Kid
movie,
Rick.
who was that? The Puerto Rican dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a hustler.
He didn't have like no notable roles in
Right.
there.
Yeah, that's a throwback right there. I'm about to make my son watch that shit. He ain't gonna believe that shit. Teachers don't do that. Nah, not anymore. Y'all be beating them niggas' asses.
Yeah, right.
Shout out to the teachers that don't fight these young niggas. You smart. You real smart. Stay away from these niggas.
Yeah. Stay away from the youth. They're scared of the kids.
The youth, yeah, they beating motherfuckers.
Motherfuckers is
I
crazy,
don't fuck with the young kids, man. I don't get into none of that shit. Like when I ride the bus and see niggas, like I used to be the nigga like, come on, man, don't be saying nigga. And now I just sit in the back and just shut the fuck up like an old man. I ain't see nothing.
Now, I've been thinking about getting back in coaching for that simple fact, actually, man, because I do miss like the mentoring aspect of it, but that shit was rough, man. I had a rough fucking year.
You ever had badass kid cuss at you while you was coaching?
They cussed out, well, not me. They cussed out Crystal.
Yeah.
But
you ever whoop their ass?
No, because she
smart.
was like my assistant
smart.
coach. Like, well, no, it's just words. Like, if they would like put their hands on, that'd be their story. Just cuss that ain't.
Right.
I don't coach no sports.
Yeah.
I ain't no teacher. I know a lot of teachers. It's my experience that the teachers that do right by kids, for the most part, don't get fucked with.
Right. The cool teachers don't get fucked with.
Yeah, the cool teachers don't get fucked with. So I'm just saying, aspire to be a cooler teacher.
But it's not even that, dude. It's like, man, these kids got so much other shit going on. It ain't even about you.
Oh, yeah.
Or about the sport. It's about, like, home life.
Yeah, for real, that's true.
Like, the kid that did it, like, he had these episodes, man. He used to blow up like he dope ass basketball player, but his attitude was the worst. Like he never thought he should get out the game, never thought he could foul anybody.
That was LeBron, baby.
And I realized the games that he like out where he blew up was the games his dad came.
Shout out if you watching, by the way.
His dad used to never come to any games. His dad came to like 2 games in the season, and both games he blew the fuck up. One game he got kicked out, and he got kicked out the game and shit for cussing at the ref or whatever.
Oh yeah, he was.
And the dad comes to me after the game like, man, what's up with him, man?
Right.
What's wrong with him? Man,
how are you
I had to
asking?
oh my god, man, I had to bite my tongue because I wanted to let it all out. Like, yeah, you was exactly, but I was like, man, I'm like, bro, you need to talk to your kid, man. Like, you need to be here and you need to talk to him.
Right.
Like, cause dude was like living with the aunt and like I said his mom and dad wasn't in his life like that, dude. They come to like one game at the last game of the year type shit.
Right. And I go to my son's shit. That's why I was gonna go to shit last night, but I was like, fuck that. I'm going to my son's scrimmage, and it was just a scrimmage, but still, sometimes you got to be present.
Shout out to the responsible.
You definitely got to be.
Right.
Shout out to Coach Snoop too, man.
Yeah, I like Coach Snoop.
You watch the show?
I seen one episode of this shit.
Yeah, I seen just the first.
I like Snoop though, man. I like the revamp of Snoop.
He still fucking killed Tupac, bro. He still had Tupac killed.
I know he had something to do with it. How about that?
I don't know if he pulled the trigger. I just watched some shit
that
this morning.
That nigga suspect.
I just saw some shit this morning again. I was like, man, this motherfucker.
Yeah, Snoop was suspect.
He kind of did it, bro. I think he had like really
Snoop got 2 murder cases.
You might have to break down the science on that for me.
He gonna tell everybody.
All right, so we talk about it, man. Yeah, so there's some interviews out here where Snoop so they got into. Have you seen the movie All Eyes on Me?
No, I've not.
All right, so
even in the interviews though, he say the same.
But
shit.
even before that, I thought that.
Every time he talk about Pop.
But when that movie ended,
right,
I was like, damn, Snoop. And then I was just fucking around like, man, I think Snoop has something to do. And I started looking at other shit online.
Right.
I'm like, damn, he really might have did that shit, yo.
Yeah, them niggas
so they got into it.
Other.
They got into it about
him getting killed.
Like the day before, they got into it about an interview that Snoop did on Angie Martinez's show where they asked him about the West Coast East Coast beef or whatever. And he's like, I fuck with Big. I fuck with Big and Puffy. Those are my homeboys. Whatever. And him and Snoop got into it with Suge and Pac after that interview, and there was a situation like right before the day he got killed where they were supposed to get on the plane or they supposed to get on the plane together. And Snoop was scared and shit, and he grabbed a knife and a fork and he like sat by himself on the plane. But the last words too, he kept asking Pac, like, "Are you going to Vegas, cuz?" And Pac wasn't fucking. He wasn't talking to him. He's like, "Man, you going to Vegas tomorrow, cuz?" And he just kept asking him that, and that shit happened. But then rewind to some shit I saw today is that so when that shit was going on, Death Row had the Bloods that was security or whatever.
Right.
And so allegedly Puff. When he went to California or whatever, he hired Crips to secure him.
Right.
And Snoop. Snoop's not directly Snoop, but people Snoop know.
Okay.
That Orlando dude has a tie to
Snoop.
To Little Half Dead, who actually they say he has something to do with it as well.
Right. Yeah, that shit is super suspect.
Yeah,
how you gonna be the only Crip nigga on Death Row with all the blood?
And I told you the song. He has a song where he said, we pull up on you at the Big Cat, or he said, I pull up like a pimp daddy and bust out you out the Big Caddy, and then we skirt up Wilshire Boulevard. Snoop got killed. Tupac got killed, and the getaway car rode up Wilshire Boulevard.
Caddy.
Okay.
So Snoop is even getting so bold, even saying that.
But you don't think that's them trying to play it? Like I feel like like at that time though there was for sure animosity, right? But I feel like at that time there was also a little bit of Death Row, like, hey, we don't really have Dre anymore, so we're just playing any card we can.
But that was the thing though, because there was tension with the Dre shit too.
Right.
So Snoop was kind of caught in the middle between everybody, like between Dre and them, between Puffy and them. And he said he feared for his life. He thought they was going to try to do something to him that last day before Pac got killed.
Right.
So he might have put a call in, bro.
Yeah, well, they had that nigga on lock.
And another aspect,
that deal.
Yeah, another aspect of this is where, like I said, Little Half Dead is rumored to be a part of it. That's Snoop's cousin, first cousin.
Right.
Used to be on Death Row.
He did.
He had a.
He's dead though now too, ain't he?
No, he's in jail.
No,
okay.
For another murder.
Oh wow.
So he's allegedly part of the whole setup squad, and dude dropped the album in 2010 or 12, and on the album cover he has a image that looks like Pac and Yaki Gaddafi dead on his album cover.
God damn.
and Snoop retweets the album cover with a bag of money emoji and a gun emoji.
But I'm just saying, man, I think that well, okay, first of all, Snoop retweeting his cousin.
The album cover, though.
That's his cousin.
With the likeness of Pac and Dr. Gaddafi.
That's his cousin. You ain't gonna help your family promote that shit.
With a dead Pac picture on it?
And what the fuck is Lil Half Dad doing other's? Is that dude getting money like that?
No, that's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying, is he playing that card because that's the one card he's got?
Well, you're gonna retweet rather that's your cousin or not. So even
I'm just saying,
say if my cousin ain't gotta have shit to do with it. If my cousin dropped the album today with a picture of Pac looking like he's dead on the album cover, I'm not retweeting that shit, and I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, that was the ultimate.
So that's fucked up.
The ultimate
and then the other thing is, so there's 2 other interviews too where he's like on Vlad or whatever, and he's talking about the last time he talked to Snoop. I mean, talked to Pac. Okay. No, Snoop. The last time he talked to Pac, he supposedly went and seen him in the hospital.
Right.
So, Suge did an interview before. He said even after Pac was shot, he was coherent and responsive. Days after he had the surgery, he was coherent and responsive.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg and Suge's former partner, whose wife is Snoop's manager, were the last people to visit Pac in the hospital when he was alive and breathing. And Snoop says in his own words, he originally says, I didn't say nothing, or me and Pac never spoke or whatever. Then he switches it. He's like, I talked to him, and I told him that I love him. And,
he was.
We never got right with each other or whatever.
Right.
But then I heard another story that, like, after they left is when Pac started declining. So they think they did something to him, because he said they left him in the room with him.
Right.
In Snoop's own words, he said his mom told me she loved me. She let me talk to him by myself or whatever.
Right.
And then dude went and talked to him, and then he said like hours later is when his health started declining. And this shit's all on the internet, man.
I don't give motherfuckers that much credit.
Hey man,
I don't give motherfuckers
that's
that much
the thing.
credit. I don't think.
So now
I don't know none of these people.
Forever, people have been thinking it was Suge, right?
Right.
The cop that was doing the investigation cleared Suge.
Well, they coming out with the
before
new
he
shit.
got killed.
Yeah, they got the new shit.
So he's like, man, Suge had nothing to do with it.
Right.
And he was supposed to go meet with the other detectives.
Yeah.
And shit about clearing Suge's name.
And you
about,
don't think Suge
and
would want that
evidence.
nigga Pac dead because that was his money right
there. And that he had new evidence in the case.
That was his bag right there.
And the cop dies in the conference of a heart attack.
Right. Yeah. Suspect.
With the other cops that he was breaking his new information to.
Right.
So there's too much like weird shit in that shit, dude.
I think it's less Snoop and more CIA. That's my personal
opinion.
Both.
But I think Snoop.
But Snoop is definitely in the conversation.
And Suge said Snoop did it, bro.
Did he?
Suge said, yes. Snoop said that y'all need to look into Dre and Snoop.
Yeah. So fuck Snoop.
So man, so Snoop, man. The show's good, but man, you killed Pac, man. Fuck it.
Right. Full circle. What up, James?
Why would he say that? But I'm saying, why would he say that in his verse though?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's just weird. Like when I heard that, I was like,
he's trying to get right with God.
I'm like, yeah, like, or he's just boasting like he's that bold.
Shot him in
and then Phase on Love called him out. Remember, do you see the Phase on Love thing? After after the Funk Master Flex blow up, Phase on Love did it live, and he was talking, and he said like, man, he's like, dude, Snoop could have stopped all that shit. He had all the juice with the Crips.
Right.
Like, so no matter what, he's like, I blame Snoop for
that much for sure is true.
Right.
Like he could have stopped that, and he could have stopped it even before they went to Vegas, because that whole thing at the Source Awards,
right,
where he did that. You ain't got no love for Death Row. You ain't got no love for whatever. That whole freaking speech that he basically gave.
Yeah, that nigga was up there tripping.
He could have just been like, "It is what it is. We walking out with the awards." You know.
Right. And he wasn't there for that last little fight either.
See, because that was the day before when he was on the plane. He said he thought they was gonna try to do something to him.
Right. When they jumped out, your man's in the hospital.
How old was Snoop at this point?
Like in his mid-20s.
Yeah.
Shit, Pac died at what, 25?
Yeah, maybe 24.
I think Snoop was a little younger. I think he was in his early 20s. And I'm not saying that nothing excuses.
No, that's
right. Like this,
more
but
reckless
I'm saying,
back then. Actually, you're more reckless.
He was reckless then.
Yeah.
And I don't know nothing about.
That's like right after that was around the murder case shit. Like, hey man, he's.
So should I not be watching Coach Snoop?
You should watch it. This is a good show.
Because now you're making me not like the nigga.
Hey, I struggle with this shit.
All right, did you boycott the NFL this year?
For the first 3 games. Yeah.
All right, then go ahead and watch that Snoop show.
All right.
I did.
Coach Snoop, you're back on.
I didn't boycott the NFL.
I was talking about it. We should have, but we wasn't gonna stop shit.
After the Vikings.
And what was Black Lives Matter at, nigga, during the Super Bowl?
They shut down the.
They shut down the light rail.
Did they?
Yeah.
Why,
we called it here. We totally called that shit, and they did it.
Yeah, we did. Shout out to Black Lives Matter.
People was pissed.
Movements. It's the movement.
People were pissed.
The right time. You got to strike at the right time.
Yeah,
Black Mamba. Let's go.
All right, now should we talk about music now? Shift to the music.
Let's shift over to music. We got Midway Felix in the building, man. Tell the people that don't know about your musical endeavors.
Hold on, before you start, I don't want to interrupt you.
You good?
I want to tell you something, man, that I always tell people that I am partially responsible for Heiruspecs.
And how the fuck is that?
Exactly. Everybody asks me that. You might not even...
You put them together.
You might not even notice or realize it either.
I don't,
so
but I
we
missed
was in
y'all
high school
fucking shows
together.
in Mexico. I was
We
pissed.
was in high school together in Red's class. Sean and the rest of the band people used to go into the little room and have jam sessions or whatever. Yeah, jazz sessions. And
you thought it'd be a good idea if they all got together.
No rappers used to go in there. And then one day I was just fucking around. Me and actually the dude we had in here, my boy from Atlanta, James.
Yep.
Me and him went in there.
Is that where he's at now?
Yep. Me and him was in there fucking around with him one day, just freestyling.
Yeah, you was talking that shit that day too.
We was freestyling with him, whatever. And they was like, "Oh man, that shit's dope as hell. You guys should come back in here." But at the time, I was trying to do like real song. Like I was like,
it was just an actual jazz shit.
So I
do remember you and James in there.
So you came to the class one day, and I was like, "Man, come here and freestyle with us."
Coming to light. This nigga might be telling the truth.
I was like, "Man, come here and freestyle with us." And then you came in there and freestyle with us. Then
so
after
you
that,
introduced hold up. I'm sorry to interrupt you. So you trying to say you introduced rap to this jazz?
No,
I'm
like
saying
that.
I introduced.
You was the first nigga up in the jazz class rapping.
The actual like. Us or people going to like free because when we were in school like the bands did their thing, the rappers did their thing.
Okay.
But there wasn't like too many back then there wasn't really hip hop bands either.
I'll tell you. I don't want to burst your bubble on this though.
Bust that nigga out,
but
man.
The person I remember seeing there that made me want to go rap in there, I saw in there before you.
Lee Ford.
Slim.
I don't even remember Slim.
Lee Ford was the other MC in Heiruspecs when we started.
Yeah, that's what.
But I met him actually after me and Slim had been freestyling in there for quite a while.
I remember Slim in our class.
He wasn't in our class, but that's because I was skipping all my other classes.
Oh yeah, so that's why that was my thing. I remember you skipped the K9 class. I was like, man, let's go here and freestyle.
Yeah, I was skipping a lot of classes to go in there and freestyle.
See, I don't even remember the Slim aspect of it.
Yeah, it would be but I definitely do remember you and James and a few other cats in there too. And
that was about it though. Yeah.
Because it would basically be like this. So it'd be anybody who's in the class, you have to do your 10 minutes of music theory with Red, the teacher.
Right. You actually had to do some work before you start fucking around.
And then if you had a project that you were working on, like if you were working on songs, you would probably go off to work on a song. So you might be in one of the little smaller side studios.
Right.
And then if you didn't, then you could just go basically whatever. Or I forget how Red would say it, but he had like this phrase for do your creative thing.
Right.
And
a.k.a. fuck around.
Yeah, the jazz room was where the musicians would go because it'd be big enough that you could actually get drums going and have like 5 or 6 other random cats still have space to fuck around. Right. All the other rooms were kind of small for them. Yeah. So if you got blocked out of all the other small rooms because you didn't have a song or because they were already taken,
being used, you went to the jam.
Or exactly, if you just didn't want to be in the classroom, you go to the jazz room.
Right.
And I found myself in the jazz room a lot for sure. There was so I remember you, I remember James, I remember Slim, I remember for a time I remember Fu Manchu in there trying to do his thing.
DJ Fu.
Yeah, I was trying to do his thing, rapping a little bit, but mostly he was touching he had that old Fender Rhodes keyboard.
Yeah, the Rhodes. Yeah.
And then mostly, other than that, I remember more musicians. But, that for sure is where my band started. I can't say if it was you or Slim that got me in there rapping first.
I was in there first, man.
Yeah.
You got it first, baby.
But yeah, definitely that.
Well, I like my story. But that's funny because I tell people this, and the weird thing is, not to cut you off one more time. I just got one more story that combines that. Like years later, I'm at a party in Wisconsin or whatever, and this chick was like, this is like I'm there with my girl, and it's a couple there. We're like, it must be like a Halloween. It was a Halloween party, and this, this chick is just like, oh, you guys from St. Paul? I was like, no, I'm from St. Paul, whatever. She's like, oh, that's cool. I go up there to go to shows or whatever. She's like, you know the Heiruspecs?
Yeah,
you ever heard of Heiruspecs?
And I was
like, hell yeah! And I tell her this story, and I'm telling the story. She was on it, bro. She like fuck my girl, fuck her boyfriend. She was on it, and my girl's getting mad as fuck. She's like, hey, You
Y'all talking
can just
too
see
much.
both of our mates just looking at it like, what the fuck is going on here?
So how come that shit don't work for me?
Yeah, right. I almost got some off of the strength of that. Then I knew
Use
you,
the
man.
power, brother. Use the force within you. You got it.
I can't now. I can't.
I
now.
couldn't do
It's
it.
too
I
late
couldn't
now.
do it at the time either. I was with that's actually when me and my wife started dating. So I was
Right.
like I had
She's
to
a
play.
fan, though.
But
I'm
a
just
girl
talking
was
to
on
her.
it, bro.
She's a
She's like,
fan.
oh, when are you gonna? You can come up. Like
Right.
my girl, like it's time to go. Cut this
Man,
shit out.
I feel like we've been super blessed because coming out of Central and doing just the jam sessions and
Yeah.
shit. All of our next shows were just little coffee shop shows.
Yeah,
You know Cahoots on Selton Point.
Yep,
like
yeah,
totally
that was
random.
it. Right,
You
right,
know
right. Cool.
Cahoots
That's
and like
probably
Selby and
first
Snelling
shows
are
and
still
shit.
there. Our first outside of school shows were there, and I went in there probably 2 months ago. After having not been in there in like a decade, and it's the same more
It's
or
still
less.
Cahoots?
Yeah, it's still
Oh
Cahoots.
damn, I didn't even know that.
But man, their stage is hilarious.
Yeah.
To think that we had drums,
Right,
the whole
right,
band,
guitar,
Right.
bass,
Yeah.
3 horns, 2 MCs on that stage somehow
That is crazy.
is laughable to me.
Yeah, that is crazy.
And-
I remember going to them shows too. That or one of them at least.
Yeah,
That is crazy.
and you know, it's like we've been blessed that we've rocked on stages in front of thousands of people, but like some of those shows are still my favorite shows.
Right.
And I've been I have occasionally tried to convince the band that we should go back and play there.
And just do one
Yeah,
there.
Just to
as
do it,
nostalgic.
Yeah, just to do it, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
You never know, man.
I don't even know who owns that place now. If it's the same dude, he'd probably be like, "Yeah, let's do it."
Yeah, man. I'm sure they
We
probably
probably,
like.
fuck up their venue now.
Yeah, they're like,
Well,
you
we
have to have
can't
like you
serve
have to have
coffee
like
for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, you have to
Right,
be
right.
like
All our
a
shit got trampled.
yeah, you have to
Right.
have like a invite only VIP.
I was about
type
to say, because
situation.
there's going to be too many people. Y'all last shit, the 20-year shit sold out, didn't it?
Yeah,
I was pissed. Nigga, I was low-key pissed. I was in Mexico. Like, I really wanted to go to that shit.
Did you just humble brag about a vacation?
Yeah. Only because, like, for that one day in paradise, nigga, I wanted to be back home for the show. Like, I'm dead ass.
It was cold as fuck.
I already
You
know,
should-
bro.
it's
I
good
was
that you
reading
stayed
about
in
it. I seen
Mexico.
some shit. Like, I really, really wanted to go to that fucking show, bro. And I know that shit was lit. That's a new term. Lit. That shit was lit.
No, don't say that. I hate that fucking.
It was lit. Litty.
Also, I like that you just claimed it as a new term.
Yeah, it is. Lit.
It's just new to you now. You're lit now, huh?
Nigga, I'm old. Yeah, I'm lit now.
But
Turns.
20 years, you talk about feeling old, man. We just did our 20-year reunion, or not
Right.
reunion, but 20-year
But I'm
anniversary
saying, after
show.
20-year
Goddamn.
anniversary, who the fuck is still packing houses, though, bro? Come
Well,
on. Y'all is
I
definitely
mean-
local celebrities. I'm saying past that, but most definitely at the least.
I
local
think
celebrities,
that if you look
comfortably-
around the
comfortably.
Twin Cities and cats that have been rapping
Right.
for that long, or not even that long, but
Right.
most cats
But
have
y'all,
been rapping
but
for
I'm
10,
saying y'all
15
following
years.
though. Y'all following though.
But I'm
Y'all
saying,
got
I
a
think
cult
most of
following,
those
bro.
cats got that kind of
Right.
following.
I
That
don't
they could
know.
sell out at least a big show
Oh
like that.
no. I don't know.
If it was our 17-year anniversary
right,
show,
right.
maybe it's not a sold out show. That's
Right.
what I'm saying. But
Right.
20 years, I
The
think
dub,
you come
yeah.
out and say this is my 20-year anything, people
Right.
are gonna be supporting.
Well, that's the new shit. We need to start doing that.
Was Lee Ford there?
No, he wasn't. I haven't seen that cat in
I
a
ain't
long
seen him
time.
in years either.
He living?
He, as far as I know, he
All
is.
right.
I
Shout out
seen
to
the
Lee.
last time I saw him walking down the street, and I was in traffic, and I tried to stop and got honked at, and when I swung back around, I could not find him
Word.
again. But that was on University, like right by University in Dunlap or Griggs, like somewhere in
Yeah.
there. But he's the circumstances of him leaving was really upsetting to me, just because he was in a situation where we, as a band, we weren't making any money. It's
Yeah.
fucking 1998 and a half, and we've been making music for all of like 10 months or something like that. And I think that he had some family pressure to be like, if you're spending this much time on music,
his dad wasn't letting him do it.
yeah, then you need to be making money. And he came to us with what I think that if it was a few years later would be a completely reasonable request. Like, if we're gonna do these shows, I want this much money per show.
He caught the Starbucks, baby.
Well, no, I don't think it's it. I think that it was family pressure. And again, I don't know what the
But y'all
drive
was his family.
Well, I don't know what the drive was,
Right.
but because for some people, making money for spending your time is a principal thing, right? Not so
Yeah,
much
true,
a
but-
need, but it's
yeah,
your
I see that.
your time is valuable,
Right.
But at that time, we just couldn't do it just because we weren't making any money.
Yeah.
If we were making $200 a show, that was like a very special thing to us back then.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Everybody getting
to
30
say that
bucks.
we would pay him $200 a night.
No way.
That
nigga was out of his mind.
Basically, we would have no money to print
Right,
flyers
that's
for
what
the
I'm
next
saying. That
one.
nigga was out of his mind.
So it was not possible for us at that time, and he left over it,
Right.
which sucked because I think he was a good ass rapper.
Right.
And then after that, like, we were friends outside of rap too. He was
Right.
also a break dancer along
Right.
with a whole bunch of my homeboys that were more into breaking than I ever was.
Right.
And he
Hip-hop, baby.
sort of fell out of that crowd as well. So I
That's because y'all niggas excelled. You kept on moving.
well, I
Shit
just
didn't stop because you left, Lee. Full circle.
well, But I don't want it to be like that. Because if I see him, I want to be like, how you doing? I don't want to be like, I stunted on you.
Now, what if he would have walked in? Now, what if he would have walked in on a 20-year show?
I want to know how he's doing. You know?
What if he would have walked in on a 20-year show like that?
I'd be like, can you get up here?
Okay, that's what's up. See, that's love, man. Lee, where you at?
Yeah, where you at, man? Hit me up. My number is still accessible to you, brother.
Right.
You know where I live.
So what? So how many? So we talk about this on the show too, about being in a group has to be like the hardest thing.
Man, what
ever.
group has never broke up? Then we had that
ever
Outcast.
So like, how many different?
But they got problems.
They always have problems.
That's why they don't make no music no more.
Yeah.
How many interchangeable parts and let's just speak to how hard it is to be in a group.
That's a big
to
group.
Deal with so many different people.
That's a big group.
And then how many interchangeable parts has there been over the years?
A lot. So so let me just say, yeah, it can be super challenging at times, but I feel like that makes the successes more rewarding because you feel like you overcame more.
Yeah.
There's something magic about the creative process. It doesn't always feel magic at the time, but like we all have that moment where you hear the close to finished version after you track it in the studio, and you're like, all right, all this bullshit was worth it.
Right. Okay.
But the truth is, like, as a band, we're pretty much a democracy, which means you can get outvoted, and sometimes people get hurt over that.
Right.
And as far as how many interchangeable parts, we have, we started in high school. Nothing's permanent after high school, right? Cats are going on to college, or they're not going on to college. Some people want to tour, others do not want to tour. Opportunities present themselves. Some people feel like it's not worth it. Some people do. We've gone through a bunch of different drummers, some of which were at our 20-year anniversary, which was super cool. We saw a bunch of our former band members.
Were they happy to see y'all?
Yeah, I think so.
Or were they on that hey, I used to be, I helped y'all.
No.
Get on.
No, it ain't like that. And plus, most of them have got other bands that have been successful or have gone on to do other successful things. We definitely shook up our lineup a lot after high school just because cats went to college.
Yeah.
The people that have been with us, like, on every record, it's just me, our bass player, Sean, and our guitar player, Josh.
So who's the
Josh
leader? Who's the leader of Heiruspecs, man? Tell him.
It's me and Sean.
All right.
Yeah.
I like that. See, Alicia, I was going to have to bust you up.
Muad'Dib, he didn't...
Muad'Dib, so obviously he wasn't there in the beginning because we had Lee.
Yeah.
Right?
That's my guy.
Yeah, and then Muad'Dib came later after
what up,
we
John
lost. Yeah. What up, John? After John Ford, after Lee Ford left.
John Ford.
That's
Tom Ford too.
Tom Ford.
John Ford.
We did almost a year with me just doing this thing by myself, and man, looking back, I've seen some old videos of my then skinny self just non-stop rapping.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, this
put
is
on for the light skin, man.
This is the stupidest shit ever. Like, I wasn't saying nothing. I was just rapping hella fast and doing it, just acrobatic shit, but not really saying nothing. And so we went after Muad'Dib because I was at the time producing a record for his group, Twisted Linguistics.
Oh, okay.
And he was...
Shout out to Noah B.
Yeah. Go. He's out in L.A. or in Burbank now. You know that?
Yeah. No, I didn't know that. I fuck with Noah, though. He does dope-ass graphics.
And Muad'Dib was, like, in this sort of writer's block. He was, like, in a slump, kind of. And so he wasn't really doing much for Twisted Linguistics.
Is that when he just, like, beatboxing and shit like that for you?
Yep. Okay. So we brought him on thinking that we would kind of have him beatbox and help me with backing vocals, but that we would try to help him get out of this slump as a writer. And then he pretty much every single time he does write something, he just stunts on me. But that forced me to step my shit up.
Right.
And it also, at the time, I was just rapping hella fast. It made me make a conscious decision to change up my style and not rap super fast. He raps super fast too, just because I wanted to in the group not just be like two bullet rap motherfuckers. And I think that the balance of the two of us has just been really good texturally.
Right.
And so that's what it is forever. At this point, we're at a point in the band though where I don't think there's going to be any interchangeability.
That's dope.
Solid. You can't get in.
This is the
locked
in. If somebody's like it's done, then the whole band is done.
Right.
Okay.
Is what I think.
Right.
Did he go to Maxfield with us?
He was a little before us, but yeah.
He's older than us.
Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna put his business out there.
I mean, it was
just
at his
birthday party.
Did he get hit by a car in front of Maxfield when we was kids?
Not that I remember, but I guess anything is possible.
I remember, dude. I always thought he was this other dude I know named Johnny. Because I remember him from grade school, but there was two Johnnies, and I never realized because they look similar and everything, so I never knew which one he was. I remember one of them got hit
It's
by
like you and Carnage, brother.
Yeah, right.
Same nigga.
And then one of them I dated their sister, so I don't know that's what I learned. His last name ain't Green, is it?
Right.
Carnage.
Shout out Carnage.
Mm-hmm. Who else? You and you got a bunch of lookalikes.
Every
black
fat
nigga.
dude.
Yep.
Every fat dude.
Every fat black rapper, we all look alike.
That's it.
Tila Sean.
Contact.
Y'all don't look nothing alike to me, man.
We don't, but we're
10
big
feet
black
away,
dudes.
10 feet away. What up, Dip?
Honestly,
I'm sorry.
I've been
T.
called. Let's go to the. I've been called the older main dude. I don't even really know him like that. Mayhem, Carnage, Tila Sean, Max Bills,
Shout out to Mac.
and Minnesota Fats.
Right.
And none of us looking like we're just all fat black dudes.
It's all fat black niggas, man.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what's up. I'll still be like, what up?
We know you all look
me.
alike.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
No,
that's like every big black dude look alike.
Right.
Somebody thought I was self-divine one time.
I can see that.
Yeah.
You
I
look
can
a
see
lot
that.
like
you
I
do.
self-divine.
You do a
No,
little
no,
bit.
you don't.
Just a little bit.
No,
Just a little bit.
no.
I'm saying from far back. Like,
far
yo,
back.
what up, Shaka? Oh,
I have a
I'm
hoodie
sorry.
on.
From 150
Right,
feet
right,
away,
right.
we all look a little
Shut
like
up.
self-divine.
My bad, G.
You know. Nah, it ain't
Crazy.
I got nothing as far as people telling me I look like anybody, but they probably just ain't telling me.
Right.
They probably tell their friends, hey, I think that's so and so.
Right.
Yeah.
Nope.
No lookalike comparisons. You just Felix, man.
Yeah.
It's good. Nobody looks like you. It's good. It's good. Nobody mistakenly shoot you.
We
for the nigga that robbed them.
we did a tour at East Coast with I don't know if y'all remember this. So back in the day when like Scribble Jam was a big deal.
Yep.
There was a couple of different rappers that came off the East Coast that would come every year, and there was one named ADM.
Okay.
And
That's your twin brother?
He basically is like the white look-alike of me.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah. Like, are you a? Oh, I'm sorry.
We did
That's for ADM.
We did a tour with him, and people were like, "Y'all look, are you guys related?"
Oh fuck no.
No,
Yeah.
not related,
Not
but-
at all, baby.
Yeah, for
Not at
real.
all.
He's my white doppelganger.
Right.
Everybody has that one, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think shit. Wiz even called me Tila Sean one day.
You full of shit. That's his goddamn
bro.
guy. You full of shit.
That's it. And we joked about it forever. After that, I
Right.
was like, "Now it's official." Like,
Right,
I can't
right.
never
You
skip
don't
that shit.
goddamn
Cause like
T
now
later.
that you call me that motherfucker,
Fuck
that
with
shit
T
bad.
last night.
How
Shout
much
out
was
to
he
T.
smoking before he seen you?
I don't know. He might have been.
Right. Oh, my bad, G. I thought you was.
He's like, "Oh, I thought you was T."
Right.
That shit's funny though, man.
Hell
That's
no.
like, there's like three body types of big black dudes though. I'm like in the middle. I don't got the back fat and like titties yet, so
You between. You're in the middle.
I'm not the
Here's the real easy way to know, and not to bust you out or nothing, but here's a real easy way to know you're not Tila Sean. Your shoes.
Oh yeah. I don't. Yeah,
That motherfucker always
nigga's
got
a
it.
sneakerhead.
That
T got
motherfucker
style,
always
bro.
got
I don't
style
spend
on
over
his
T
50
got
bucks on
super
shoes,
fucking
so.
style. That nigga's
I don't
got
think
style.
that motherfucker ever spends under 50
Yeah,
bucks on
exactly.
shoes.
Right. He got
Exactly.
style. He got style.
Yeah.
T-La rhymes with Fila. I was fucking with him last night, clowning him about that shit. But yeah, T's a motherfucker I compliment. When I see T, I be like, damn, man, like you're coming up. I seen that nigga with them goddamn Safari goddamn Air Maxes. I don't know what the fuck they were. The shit had a little bit of Puma skin with some zebra shit on.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
nobody,
on the-
I told him,
yeah,
dude,
he's on
can't
the- he's
nobody
on the-
get away with that shit, bro, but you.
Yeah, he's on
And
the
he had
shoe
the
shit.
right shit. He had the exact match shit like you talking about with them hats. Like how they got certain hats that's only gonna go with certain shirts. That nigga's got certain shoes that he can only rock with certain shit, and he's got an abundance of them. So he's just like, fuck, nigga, I can't even keep up with you.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen T like wearing the same shit twice. I'm being dead ass serious.
I'm thinking.
I don't think I see T a lot, bro. He be
I
on the
don't
scene.
see him like.
I don't think I've ever seen T wearing the same shit twice, bro.
I think I have, but I bet if you ask him, he'll be like, "Yeah, I got some J's that are like my fallbacks."
Right. But he's mixing
But
them
yeah,
shits
but
up
when it's
real
time
good.
when it's time to go out,
Right,
I'll
right.
be, I'm sure he's thinking about it.
Right.
Have I worn these?
Like,
in the
wore
last
these to
few
the
months?
last show.
Yeah, definitely. He's conscious because that nigga's got he's got an abundance of shit.
Yeah, I know a few sneakerheads, but
He be colorful too. I wear socks.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I was about to
Nigga, I
say.
seen him with the goddamn
Yeah,
Air
he's
Maxes
got
with the
he's
Puma
got
skins
all
and
of
cheetah
them
print.
right.
I'm like, man, who the fuck? Then I had to look at the whole nigga fit. Like, man, that shit is dope. Like for real. It take a lot for me to compliment nigga. That shit was dope, bro. Like it was the exact matching shit. Like you couldn't imagine nothing else but that coat with those shoes, bro. That's it.
Let me flip it back to music real quick, because you're asking me about the history of my music, and you're talking about you've been doing it as long.
He made y'all.
Maybe by
Look, he
day
made y'all,
as
according to him.
long.
Damn near.
He put your group together.
What are you doing right now?
It's the podcast, man. I kind of took a step back from music. Man, you know me, like the
Because I know this man's working on music.
No, he don't do music no more. We both retired, man.
I'm
we
working.
we
He
old
says he's
heads,
working.
though, man.
You say that.
Old
You
heads,
say that.
man.
But I bet you next summer I see a guest on somebody's shit.
Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of guest shit.
Yeah.
I got some shit I can
That's
release
something.
with.
You can't say I'm
fans
not doing
of this
nothing.
shit. Yeah, but we just fans.
He
We
only
helping.
fuck with Mujan Slim, man.
Nah, man, I fuck with
I
everybody.
But no, man,
We about to throw the Twin City
I'm
Hip Hop
actually, you
Awards
know what's
back
funny
together.
though?
You heard it first. Let's go.
I was just talking about this last night with a guy that like, you know, we made great music together. The only time we actually did like 2 songs together, they were awesome. So we talking about getting back together, doing some shit. Me, man. I love making music. I don't like the hustle anymore though. Like the hustle and bustle and the politics of it.
Right, the politics
I'm over
got me
that shit.
fucking
Yeah,
sick,
I'm over
man.
that.
So let me. I would submit to you the following. You don't have to deal with shows,
That's my thing. I love shows.
but you don't have to deal with that to make music.
True.
So make the music first, and then figure out if you want to deal with all that other
True.
shit next.
Gems. I like that.
That could be it. But you know, to me, man, I'm a like a very personal person. Like I like to share with people, and I like to be real with motherfuckers. Like when I was doing, maybe now it'll be different when we're not doing an award show, because like I feel like when I was doing an award show, every time I fucked with somebody, I wasn't like meeting a real person. It's like they had like an alternative
motives, man.
to fucking me for the award show, position herself, or think it's gonna do something.
Right.
So I like never met real fucking people, bro.
Right.
I was like a pretty bitch or something. Like I never met the real person.
Yeah,
like everybody
was coming.
everybody always put on a fucking a face for me, man. And I didn't like that shit because like if I fuck with you and I make some arrangements to fuck with you, like oh man, let's get in the lab or whatever. It's like some people just say oh let's get in the lab just to say it.
Right.
I don't do that. I don't do small talk. If I say I want to do something, I intend on doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just got tired of that shit.
I co-sign that.
I
You
just
put
got
me on a
tired of
bunch
that
of good
shit.
shit. You put me like on a bunch of good shows. I fuck with you just
So I just got tired of that shit, bro.
Right.
I like now that was my thing, throwing shows and like putting the shows together. I love that.
Right.
Actually, that's one of my early. So let's talk about
Full
Central
circle,
Memories,
Full
right?
circle, Jim.
At the
Get your ass down here so we can fight,
Yeah,
nigga.
at the auditorium.
The fuck?
So we've had already a little discussion about one floor of Central, the basement of Central. Just go one level up, and you got the auditorium. And I remember I'm sitting there with Sean, our bass player, and I'm like, man, this dude is putting together big shows. Because we were thinking, like, we're going to do little things in the black box and get that packed out and maybe even figure out a way to make some money on it. And you were doing, like, the opposite of that. You were trying to do bigger things.
I was trying to.
And you had Full Circle in the auditorium in Central.
Yeah.
For people who don't know who Full
And
Circle
then we freestyled to some beats. So my beats actually.
Full Circle was like a big deal to me.
Yeah.
Because it's like we're just starting off as a rap band, and these guys are basically already a rap band. I mean, we just basically want to be them, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, you already got them doing a bigger stage, and it seemed like it was going to be packed.
Yeah.
And then after that, you turned around and tried to do a couple more big shows in the auditorium, and I was like, man, this dude's trying to do big shit. We're trying to do small shit.
Well, you know what's fucking me up with that?
St. Paul Diddy over here.
The timing was bad for that. So it was. I think it had to be senior year. So I took the money instead of getting senior pictures done and getting a yearbook. I took the money to throw the shows. So I'm thinking the last day of school, I'm gonna throw this big ass show and have people come out.
Right
Motherfuckers did not come like the last day. It was literally
take some L's out, baby.
It was the last day of school.
I ain't trying to hang.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to live.
And I didn't think it,
fight.
but I was thinking like,
Fight
shit, this is gonna be our one last round. Come back at night, have a party. The turnout wasn't what I expected, but the idea, though, you know what I mean?
Right.
Well, you've had the bigger show ideas.
The know-how to want to do that.
Right.
Which is why I think like the Hip Hop Awards, whether or not that meant you got to meet real people or fake people, was ambitious in a good way. Showing some ambition is a good thing in this world.
That shit motivated the cities, brother.
I think so, and I won't lie, like I got super fucking annoyed looking online and watching all these people vote for me for my award, or come and support me for my award or whatever. And I'm like, you put out one song this year, which doesn't hold a candle to anything you've been put up against, and you're trying to win on popular vote.
That's how we set it. That's how we set it up, baby.
And I'm not mad at the formula. I'm not mad at the
first
formula.
Donald Trump, nigga.
I'm not mad at the
social media
of trying to get popular support for stuff. But my thing is, like, I think that there was a lot of artists who took that as like, almost like, if I can win this, that's a cosign, and somehow I'm gonna blow up. There was a lot of unrealistic thoughts.
That wasn't my intention, but
I'm sure it wasn't.
People took it and made it to their own thing.
Yeah, they did.
And since we talk about being democratic, who always voted for you guys not to perform at the awards?
not to perform at the
Yeah.
awards?
Because I ask you guys probably every single year.
I know that there was a couple years when we just weren't in town.
Oh, and Devon always like, yeah, we got to do a demographic thing. And I always wait for the feedback. He's like, yeah, we voted not to.
So I got to think about who was in the band at that point.
You didn't deserve them.
No, I got to think about who was in the band to give you an honest answer on that.
I know it's you, Devon, and Sean for sure.
It was Devon at
It's
that
probably
point?
before or after Martin Delaney. So
probably if there was a no vote on that, it was probably either Sean or Peter. And if it was
Peter Leggett.
Yeah,
he was running.
Shout out Peter. You know he works for the mayor now.
Does he?
Melvin Carr. He's the I think he's the
Melvin.
communications director for the mayor of St. Paul. Minnesota.
What up, St. Paul?
History, man.
Right. Full circle, Gene Pool, nigga. See us.
He was so Peter has always been
he's
been the dollars and cents dude in the band.
Okay.
If it doesn't
it's not profitable.
Yeah, or if it doesn't make sense profile wise for the money, then don't do it. And I think that the other factor in it was that these guys, you got to remember, like, as far as who's in the hip-hop scene, like, Sean has made an effort to get into the hip-hop scene. So I can't say Sean is in this, but, like, Devon's never been in the hip-hop scene. Yeah. He's a dope musician. I've been in the hip-hop scene. You've been in the hip-hop scene. Muad'Dib has somewhat been in the hip-hop scene. Like, other band members we've had in the past not really touched the hip-hop scene at all. So for them, they're looking at this like, well, we just got asked to do the Minnesota Music Awards, and like we're gonna be up on stage like right before Prince gets an award. So like, why are we gonna do a Twin Cities Hip Hop Awards? It seems smaller to them.
Your shit was little to them, bruh.
I get it.
It's perspective, and because they're not in the scene, they didn't see that.
Right.
They didn't see that the profile.
I'm saying if y'all would have did, I think if y'all would have did that shit in hindsight, that shit would have turned on to a lot of motherfuckers who would have appreciated, you know what I'm saying, more musically influenced hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
I think that I'll be honest. I think that, frankly, the award show was just a little ahead of its time. I think if it was happening in the last couple of years, you'd see that, regardless of the talent pool out there, like you would have a lot more musical options.
Right. No, there's definitely. You know, I think it's too many
so
many
bands
right now.
in hip hop. Or if there's not bands, there's so many people that are just doing more musically.
Right. Because it's easier now. It's easier to rap.
So if we had the award show now, would there be a mumble rap category?
No, not really.
No.
Do you think there's that much mumble rap in the
Yeah, hell yeah.
See, the thing about mumble rap is...
I like what I like. Maybe I ain't scoping for that.
I think mumble rap is only actually defined to probably like 4 different artists, actually.
It's a genre. That shit's a genre.
But it's really not, though. It's like the Migos is kind of like...
Well, trap music. How about trap? The best trap music.
You can't even say trap music is mumble rap, though.
No, but I'm saying, though, would that be an actual category now if you were to do the...
I think it would have to be.
It would have to be. That's what I'm saying.
I don't do trap music. Because
that's trap artists.
Minnesota, man. Like, that's not our thing.
But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist here.
Well, exactly.
But then again, like my whole thing was about
our thing. Who was our now though?
My shit was about being different and not like doing that. So I wouldn't do no trap. So it was like a learning experience. Like so like to like go from like ethnic awards and shit. We had the best Latin rapper, best white rapper shit. Those were the first to go. Right. Just because the motherfuckers getting mad and shit. Right. Well, for one, it's
wait. Who was the first person that got the best white rapper award?
Tony Bones and Big Wiz, I think they won first. It's either them or absent. No, they won first. And they were happy that year, but then like a year later, they was talking shit. Tony Bones was mad as hell. Like, hey, you guys at the white rapper. Or no, actually, I think the following year they might have been nominated for like Best Kept Secret. And he got mad as hell. Like, oh man, we ain't the Best Kept Secret, blah, blah, blah. You already gave us a white boy award. I'm like, dude, like, come on, bro.
Shout out to
But then he apologized. We worked it out. Everybody gets mad at me, and then like we work it out at the end. Wiz got mad at me one year. They switched up. 1 year Bones was mad at me. The next year Wiz was mad at me. But I fucks with them though. You know what I mean? So I guess that's the thing where I was talking about the like emotional and personal thing with it. Like if I think I fuck with you too, and then motherfucker go and like say all this shit about me about the word, I paid them and all this old stupid shit.
You didn't pay niggas, man.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's stupid shit. Like stupid shit just started happening.
Just keeping it real, y'all. Just keeping it real.
Started happening, man. Like, I paid for motherfuckers saying they paid for awards.
You pay niggas off, man.
All this stupid shit, and I just like, man, I'm cool on this shit, bro.
Nigga, I'm done.
Keep it real, man. I try to keep my life real, bro, and be honest, motherfucker. So when people start like spreading rumors and shit, I got
that's what niggas do, man.
Before, bro. Like,
yeah, you said that. I remember seeing you say that on Facebook.
So yeah, that shit is not cool, man.
And
what's that? And motherfuckers like trying to attack my family and shit like that. Like,
damn,
man,
you got threatened over this shit?
Yeah, I told you.
All right, I'll take all that dumb shit, but I just be fucking with you, but
these motherfuckers did a parody of me. Beasley and his crew did a
Niggas
parody.
was salty. And you know it was good.
Talking about the real Deaf Boy and
You
shit.
know it was good. I thought it was real
So
good.
what I'm saying, so like every year, man, it was different.
We did a creative.
I had a
diss.
different motherfucking.
We had a lookalike
challenger
nigga.
every year, man, and a different hater. So it's just like, dude.
Was that
I went-
MySpace days?
Oh, Super Bowl.
Yeah,
space.
that was MySpace days. Yeah.
We
I
would have killed that
all
nigga
I
on
know is
Facebook.
I
We
went-
would've killed that nigga.
I went when I could, because a lot of times we were out on tour, so I couldn't go every year. And I remember we were on tour and we heard a rumor of a fight happening in one of them.
Yeah, there's a couple fights.
And,
It was fights every year. Some
Every
of them just
year?
some of them just wasn't. No,
Those
it was fights
motherfuckers
every year.
recorded the shit,
Some of
bro.
them just wasn't recorded.
Some
bro.
just went
'Cause
viral,
It was
man.
fights at the varsity. It was shit popping up.
Yeah,
Because
and
we was
then
about to beat the niggas up at the varsity for
But
talking
every
shit
time,
prior to that.
but every
He
time
sold
that I
it.
went,
Yeah.
I actually kind of agreed with most of the wins. I felt like the performances. That's the thing. Like a lot of these cats, they were putting out records that they've never done a show before.
Yeah.
Right.
And for me, like that was my thing, is doing shows. So I couldn't really stand hearing some of these cats
Yeah,
get on
true.
stage and just make fools of themselves. But the music itself was good if you actually heard it in the lead up to the show. There was definitely a couple cats that I'd never heard of.
Yeah.
Right.
And I
And
was like,
on.
okay, when I get out of here, I'm about to go have to find this.
Right,
shit.
right.
See,
And that's
that
what
was the
I
whole
got
thing.
turned
But
on by a lot of
that's
new
how
shit fucking
people
with
like. But that was the motivation for it. But that's what got people fucked up too, because people be like, oh man, I ain't never heard this person. They ain't doing shit. They whack as hell.
Right.
Why am I nominated with them?
Right.
Why is this happening? Like that's what happened every
It was
year,
ahead of
bro.
its
Like
time,
every
bro.
single
Everybody
year.
thinks they're the best.
And yeah,
Right.
it was like, dude, and then, like I said, it'd be like people I fuck with. Like I was like, man, I use at my house, like
Nigga,
going like the
fuck
Slim
you,
shit,
nigga.
bro. I'm like, dude, you just
In
at
2
my
days,
crib,
yeah.
bro.
2 days
I'm like,
later.
a
Hey, I
month
love you,
later,
nigga.
you think I
Fuck
don't
you,
like
nigga.
you, and I'm talking shit about you, bro.
Right,
Like
right.
you just at my crib, man.
Right.
Like what the
Well,
fuck? I don't do that. I don't invite people to my house that I don't fuck with.
Yeah.
It's just if you didn't
Lesson
win,
learned.
or if you won and somebody else said something.
Yeah.
You know. Plus, I think that any of those award shows, I mean, unless you're doing the Grammys,
Yeah. Even
any
the
of
same
those,
shit.
they got-
any of those award
they
shows,
got
what they
politics
really
too.
are,
Right, that's what I'm saying.
what they
The
really
Grammys.
are is a rumor mill. It's like
Yeah.
it's a time, you know, because a lot of cats don't know each other.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yo, I had a thought though after the last one I was at, which might have been the last one. I'm not sure if it was the last one or the second to
First
last
Avenue?
one. Yeah, First Avenue.
Last two was that first time.
Yeah.
Okay,
the last
yeah.
two.
So probably the last
Last
one.
3 were at First Avenue.
Three?
You know who you were? You were a boon to business for whoever was airbrushing motherfuckers matching ass outfits there.
Probably.
Cats with their tall tees airbrushed out with
Yeah.
their crew name, and I'm
Right.
like,
Yeah, it was
the only airbrush shirt that I owned at that time was because somebody died.
Yeah. Yeah. The
know
one
what
for
I'm
rest in
saying?
peace.
Right.
Yeah, but I was like, man, there's like 4 crews here that got airbrushed
Matching
ass
shit.
shirts. I'm like, I thought that was old, but okay, it's coming back.
back,
Somebody's
baby.
making some money on the airbrush business right now.
Right.
If they did that, you know, just for that show,
Yeah.
just to be there to hopefully accept an
Right.
award, maybe, possibly,
See,
probably
yeah.
not.
After I grew up and got past my fuck you phase, I actually realized what the big picture of the Hip Hop Awards was, and it was a great fucking networking venue.
Yeah.
Like, even if you weren't nominated, if you had some shit drop, it was like Soundset. That was baby Soundset. Like, it was the time for you to have your shit, have your project, and be able to be in a room with everybody and hustle your project, or at least get your shit heard, and get to meet a lot of motherfuckers, maybe get to collab network. But it was the ultimate networking experience, bro.
And young niggas
You know what I'm
fucked
saying?
it up, man.
Yep, we fucked it up.
With your egos, man.
You damn right.
I couldn't even imagine doing it now. Like we said, like with it being
Yeah,
so,
I don't know if it
there
worked.
being so many motherfuckers. Like it's
Somebody
hard
would
to
get
keep
fucking
track of
killed
every
over that
rapper,
shit
bro.
now.
Man, I'll tell you, if you're gonna ever consider doing it, you just gotta do it in a venue where motherfuckers gotta sit there.
Yeah, that too, and no liquor. That was the best successful one. That was the only one, literally, where there was no fights. The one we had no liquor and people had to sit
Varsity?
down. No, the first one at the student center.
Okay, I didn't make
Where
it.
there was no liquor, you had to bring your own bottle. There wasn't no bar.
I'm about
and
to say, 'cause we
people
was
had to
bringing
sit
our
the
own
fuck
shit at
down.
Varsity.
Even if there's liquor, it's gotta be like
Controlled.
it's gotta be like wine and beer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think
Still like
sitting
the
down
Riverview,
too,
man, 25
sitting
up.
down too, like the club thing was just too much because motherfucker it was too wild. Like
Yeah.
motherfuckers was turning up a little bit too much, bro.
Well, also it's just, you know, you think about the formula of that, right? You got a bunch of people that are coming nominated, hopeful, but then they're in a room watching people that they don't like win
Yeah,
awards.
exactly.
And they're just
Or they
sitting
feel
there.
like they're
They're
better
sitting
than-
there and they're like, I think my category's coming up. The longer they wait, the more stressed out they're getting, the
Yeah,
more
the tension
stupid
and
they're
shit.
getting.
And
Yeah. But if you make it like a sit down event where it's also about being seen, and
yeah.
then it's just, I think, a different environment. That's why I like that you did a little bit of the red carpet thing, because I felt like that right there would be a way for people to, even if you don't win, you're gonna have some fly photos to show that you were here and you were part of this momentous occasion.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying you should go do it again if you don't want to go do it, but if you're gonna do it, I bet you do a better job at it
I
now.
probably would, but it's just not for me. Like I said, like I discussed this on the show before. I think just having the know-how and being in the loop of the scene now, because I'm removed from the scene now. Like back then, I was like dead.
Somebody threw it, but if they put him on there, like had him incorporate or had him host it, I think it'd be a big draw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because your influence.
I'm out the loop now. That's the thing. That's the biggest thing. Like I'm not the guy no more. Like back then, I was the guy. And I was,
who's the guy now? There's too many motherfuckers out
there. Yeah, exactly. How the fuck do you keep track of all these motherfuckers?
Well, it's probably. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's probably just somebody who's already plugged in with organizing Soundset.
Right.
You know,
but not even. I bet you they're super far removed from the local scene. I bet.
No, there's. I mean, you got. If you only look at the main stage, then I can see.
That's what I said. They got a lot of hands out there.
Yeah. So then, how you look at the main stage, I can see how you can say that.
So then, how come some people ain't never made it though? Like we go through this every year. How come the street rappers never make it there?
I don't think that means.
How can they not have Mayhem by now?
Yeah, I agree.
Or Taylor J.
I don't fucking understand that. When I think about that shit, that kind of pisses me off.
But let me just say though, there was a time where I was like, how the hell have they not had Lioness yet?
Yeah.
And now they have had her. I mean, they're making some steps.
Yeah,
they're not there yet.
She didn't do it
last year.
She did it last year.
She did it last year.
Yeah.
Yes.
My phone's in
flight.
This
is her manager.
I thought she did it last year.
Nah, she never did something.
Oh no, she did the after party thing last year.
Oh, okay.
Then she go on tour though.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking about. I know she went on tour. They invited her on tour.
She need to be doing Soundset, but she ain't never did it yet.
Yeah, she needs to be on the main stage of Soundset. She would tear that down.
Why don't they do some shit like that? They should put a poll out and let niggas vote for like, they should throw up like 10, you know what I'm saying? Like dope ass local motherfuckers to get that main stage spot.
Yeah, but I don't think.
This is gonna turn out like the hip hop shit.
Yeah.
Why he get that? Then people gonna be mad about that.
Yeah.
Mostly,
it's like one of those things you can't win no matter what, bro.
I think the factor is that if you're looking at the main stage, I mean that's a money making operation. They need to bring draws to the
but it's a big opportunity.
And I'm not even mad at that. You need to make a draw.
The main stage is cool, but the last couple of years, the Fifth Element stage is
great
too.
But you know, and that's funny because now the Fifth Element stage has been less and less local people too. They're putting like the
that's for all the local people.
Shit, they have like motherfucking
But that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like the people who are booking those stages are the ones that are in touch. If you're asking who those people are, that should be those people.
But
those are probably the closest equivalent you have right now. And as far as why the street cats aren't getting on those stages, I think that we have maybe a secondary conversation to have, which is there's still two separate hip hops.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Sure. White and black, baby.
Well, I don't even think it's a white and black thing anymore. I think there's like the street scene, which I mean, this has always been the case.
Too,
and then there's the
no riffraff.
Yeah,
I don't want none of that shit.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm saying. And then there's this sort of like more like clean and acceptable
but then again, but then they do Gucci Man, so you
that's
can't.
That's what I'm saying. You exploit black rap. You got Travis Scott and Gucci Man and shit like that.
If you go to a Gucci Man show, it's gonna be all white kids. If it's all ages, it's gonna be all white kids.
Yeah, Gucci Man show around here is gonna be
strong white
Caucasian.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
I've been a gang of hip hop shows. I thought it was gonna be black people. There was all white people.
Hey, I fucked with Soundset. They brought E40 last year, man. I can't ask for anything more, man.
Yeah,
there you go.
That was my holy
grail. Is the dopest shit.
They done brought down to every
Super Bowl that ever came to
and they put me on to a whole bunch of people, man.
In the city that weekend.
All I gotta say is, I got to see Nas perform Illmatic.
The whole shit.
Nas wasn't as great as I thought he was gonna be though.
I got to see him. He's off the bucket list.
Yeah, he was kind of boring though to me a little bit.
I liked it because
I liked it because it was Nas, but in hindsight, he wasn't the best performer that night. I think he was on the same year as 2 Chainz, right?
Yeah,
2 Chainz is better than Nas.
I love 2 Chainz after that year.
I don't even fuck with 2 Chainz, but
after I seen 2 Chainz that year, I gained a different respect.
Exactly, that's what I said. Like,
that's how I felt about Travis Scott last year.
I stayed in the rain, nigga. I don't stand in the rain. I stayed in the rain. He did fucking murder that shit, bro. He murdered that shit.
I don't know, man.
You know who blew my mind?
That shit was fucking dope.
The one who blew my mind that year actually was Wiz Khalifa.
See, I didn't stay for Wiz.
I didn't stay for Wiz, just like I didn't stay for Travis.
I was walking out and I heard him coming out, because that's when he went to jail and shit.
I'll tell you the reason why. Yeah. Which that whether that's true or not, that was like good dramatic.
No, it's true. He's tweeting that shit like,
the reason why I was so impressed by him is because he's got a voice that when you hear him on a record, like you know how you hear certain rappers on a record. Rick Ross is a good example, right? He's got this voice on the record, but you see him live, and he's out here now. He's doing this, and he's probably gonna lose his voice about halfway through the show. And I really expected Wiz Khalifa to do that. Right. He's got a whole band. He's got a huge crowd in front of him. He's coming in at the last second. I'm thinking the monitors ain't going to be quite right for him. He's going to be going a little too hard, too fast. He came out, he sounded exactly like he does on the record, but definitely was not lip syncing.
Right.
And and was charismatic and fucking crushed it.
Right.
And I was not expecting that.
Right.
Only stayed for like 2
I was
songs.
getting ready to be out.
Nah,
I heard
left.
that nigga on the
And
way
then
out.
I was like,
Pre-Wiz before
okay,
he got
this
on
is
there.
pretty
I like
fucking
Fans
Rostam
killing it
records.
right now.
Yeah.
I like Rostam records.
So I actually like that they.
Has Rick Ross doing Soundset?
Nah.
No.
I like the
He
last
should've.
couple years they put guys that I really don't like because like Travis Scott headline. The year before that was
I fuck
A$AP
with
Rocky.
Travis Scott.
I didn't like Travis Scott, but last year watching him perform, he killed that shit.
See, I
man.
left.
I
I
fuck with
left
I
before
just
he
got turned on
killed
to
that
Travis
shit.
Scott. Yeah, before.
I left whoever performed before him. Cause motherfucking Lauryn Hill pissed me off.
Yeah, he was tripping, man. I was the mushroom.
I was
that got you.
tripping, but no, I was mad.
No,
as
you
fuck.
was literally tripping.
I was mad as hell,
Like,
bro.
nigga, we was tripping on
Lauryn Hill
was dying at
disappointed me,
Soundset.
man. I was mad as fuck at Lauryn Hill,
I
bro.
was
Why?
happy, man.
Why were you
She was
mad
there. I was
at
happy because
I
she
did not
came.
like that.
Okay, why
She
you
was
mad at
coming.
Lauryn Hill?
Because he
She
was
was
on
just
shrooms.
riffing, bro.
Nigga
She,
was
all she did
tripping.
was riff all day.
Nigga, the shit was
Okay.
dope.
Nigga, she didn't sing none. I was like, can I just hear one
It's
song in its
Lauryn Hill,
entirety?
man.
She did it.
No, she didn't.
That's
bro.
why
She did
I
it.
didn't like 2 Chainz.
She just did it.
Cause he just did his shit like his
Be
shit.
grateful you saw Lauryn Hill, man.
Exactly.
See, that's why I think.
Scratch it off
I
your
think that
bucket
too. I
list.
think I like
I
built it
never
up.
got to see Prince perform live, and I'm salty.
Me
I
neither.
think I just
Me
built
neither.
it up.
I saw
I
it.
think I built it up to be something so great, and it was just like average to me. I was just like, yeah.
I mean, they're all average.
I was getting annoyed by her by
Yeah,
everybody in
yeah.
the performance.
Yeah.
Cause all she was doing was just
I
riffing
never got to
and
see
shit,
Prince.
and scatting the shit the whole time, bro.
Look, we lived
See,
there.
I took
I
advantage
saw
of it.
I saw
Right.
Prince, and last year or the year before, Aretha Franklin came to the State Fair, and I was like, I need to go because
Right,
she ain't
right,
gonna be
right.
touring that much
Yeah,
longer.
That's
yeah.
how I felt about when Stevie Wonder was at the Target Center. I missed
Yeah, I
that
wanted
shit,
to go to
man.
that shit like
Yo, I'm gonna be
300
real.
on it.
I've seen too many videos of him being horrible live.
Stevie.
I'm not interested.
I'm
in
sure
seeing
it's easy
Stevie
for him to be
Wonder.
horrible live.
Right.
I'm not interested in seeing Stevie Wonder.
When he gonna cut his
It's
hair?
just
But I
nostalgic
need, but I
thing,
need
too.
to, I need to
He
see
can't see
Aretha
it.
Franklin
Hairline
before
back
she's
here.
no
He
longer
can't
with
see
us.
it.
Let's go.
He
Him
can't
and Lester
see it.
Hoyt. Cut that fucking hair.
He can't see it, man.
I seen Michael Jackson live before.
Did you?
I
Yeah,
never
I
seen
never
it.
know.
The Bad tour was here when I was
I
a
seen
kid.
Biggie.
At the Dome.
At the Met Center actually before they tore it
Oh
down.
damn! You
That's all over there.
old,
That
boy,
shit
you
old as
old.
OG.
I never saw
Yeah, I
Michael
was at the Met
Jackson,
Center actually.
but I did see
I
Prince.
didn't think Prince was gonna die. Fam.
Yeah, that's how I
You know
felt
what I'm
about Michael
saying?
Jackson. Like, nigga, we're gonna be able to catch him again. Cheap,
He
$20.
performing every weekend. I
Right.
would be able to.
Right.
No.
Well, you
Right.
almost had the opportunity to see his hologram.
Yeah, no shit. That was some half-hearted shit. That was a sheet, nigga. It was just a projector image.
So they say that,
Are we
that
mad
it
at-
was going to
are
be a
you guys mad
hologram,
at
but
me?
they scrapped it at the
Because he
last.
said he don't want no hologram.
He said he never wanted
Yeah.
a hologram. But he ain't say nothing about a projection on the sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I
turning
actually
the city
that was
purple
1D.
and-
Yeah,
I
it was
can't
a
even
silver
lie,
one.
bro.
Yeah,
I
it was
thought
1D.
Justin
That shit
Timberlake
was
did that in
That shit
in
was
great
TV
taste, bro.
generated, though.
It was
Yeah,
dope, though.
you
It
can't.
was super
and
dope.
I'm sorry, you can't.
However
be,
they did
you
that.
can't be a pop
Dope.
singer who's been on record as saying that Prince has been one of your influences.
Yeah.
Come and do a halftime Super Bowl show in Minneapolis the year after Prince
And not
dies,
have
and
it.
not
He
at
died
least
years ago.
touch
It's been
on.
later.
Well, no. But you know what I'm saying. Died recently.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, you can't come here and not touch on Prince. at all.
You gotta.
See, but I thought he
That's
did it
just
perfect. I thought he did it perfect
Man,
because
look.
one, I love that song "In the Time,"
Illa shit.
and I love the song he mixed with. So I was like, dude, that's like perfect for me.
On the subject, but off the subject, illa shit I seen down at the fucking the Armory. Jennifer Lopez was here, and the nigga had snapped that she was doing some Prince cover shit, and I damn near I fucking lost it for a second because it was disrespectful, it was horrible, it was fucking horrible.
You went to the Armory?
No, I'm watching Snapchat.
Oh, okay.
Watch
The
Snapchat
armor look
everywhere.
dope as fuck.
Huh?
Yeah.
Did
The
you
armor
see-
looks so amazing.
We were talking about that. I
About
saw
90s
people.
concert up there. I want to go check
I
it
saw
out.
people
just wanna see
posted
the
at
inside.
that the final the party after the Super Bowl.
Right.
What was
Dude,
that?
shit
What was
looked-
after the Super Bowl?
It was the final like party.
Yeah,
That was
the
the,
big
the
armory.
players'
That's what
armory
all the
was
ones did,
like
the players' ball
official
joint.
after party.
That
The
shit
Players
looked,
Ball?
yeah,
That was on-
yeah, that
was
shit
the
looked like
when
it
them niggas
was.
ain't show up till 2:30.
Yeah, that shit looked like it was
And the end
motherfucking
of that
amazing
fuck.
though.
Man, I saw Pink flying around in them
Yeah.
motherfucker on wires and shit.
Oh, they about to
Going
juice
up
the shit
touch
up,
the
that's
closest
why.
fans and
Yeah, they
all
about
that
to make
shit.
their money back.
The little
Soundset
bit
gonna
of
be
footage
there
I
next
saw
year.
that it was dope as fuck. To
They
add on
can't
to what we
hold no
talking about.
motherfuckers though.
Yeah, I was about to say,
They'll
I don't,
hold
I don't,
84.
and Soundset going to shrink for that? What's going on?
Right. Yeah, the State Fair is some of
Make
the
the
best shit
chicken
they
tell
do.
exclusive.
That's dope. That is dope.
Excuse me.
Shout out Soundset.
I might
for
skip
real.
Soundset this year though,
Man,
man.
you a fucking lie. I'm
The
gonna have
shoes
them
fucked
shrooms.
me. I felt
I'm
old
gonna have
as
them
fuck
shrooms
last
on
year.
deck, right?
Hey,
for
my
Soundset.
age kicked in last year, bro.
Nigga,
Like,
my-
I
nigga,
was like, I
almost
just
died.
want to go home, man.
Nigga, almost died.
I want to see my wife, man.
Right.
Show up later, man. Yeah, I think you showed up
Maybe.
too early.
Nah, because you get niggas be going on.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
how
I've
they get us.
seen
That's how they trap us. We
Yeah,
already
you
was
see
late. I
certain
got
people
there
shit.
like 1 o'clock. I was already too late. I already
Your
missed
homie, your
motherfuckers.
homies went on. And,
Right, that's what I'm
and
saying.
Atlanta
No,
had
somebody
it.
was-
Because because I wanted to see somebody and I missed them. They were early as fuck.
Plaza.
No, not him.
I call
like
it
on the
Plaza.
main stage, I'm trying to think who I missed. I can't remember right now. Cause I remember I missed somebody I wanted to see. They were like the first or second person on the main stage at like noon or some shit like that.
But they changed the lineup though.
Zulu.
I wanted to see them. They opened
got a
them,
new
didn't
name
they?
now. What
Who
is
went
it?
on after them?
Afro something. Which is dope.
They changed their name? I didn't know.
Yeah, it's no more Zulu Zulu.
Is it? What is it now?
Astro Black.
That's what they were on. That's what they announced on the radio.
I did know that.
Yeah.
That's what they announced on the radio when they're on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
They played some dope shit. That shit was dope, bro. That shit was super dope.
Is Greg Grease still part of them?
He's
That's
good.
just-
But I didn't see him on the last little footage I saw.
Yeah, the footage that I saw, he was like banging on drums.
That's what he do.
Yep. So he's doing his thing.
Shout out GG.
What's up, man?
Who's that?
You need to get them on the show sometime, man.
Astro Black. Holla at us, man. We can't pay y'all, but holla at us.
It's hot as
Just
hell.
do it for the love. I do it for the love.
That's what's up, man. Is there any other things we want to touch on? Talk about?
Yeah, man. Let's talk about the fucking viral internet sensation, man. Local rappers getting beat up. We talked about that shit. You thought it wasn't funny? I thought a little bit of shit was
the
comical.
Rocky Diamond shit?
Yeah,
I didn't
man.
think that shit was funny, bro.
Wait,
I just thought it was funny because the shit went viral.
Apparently it's not viral
somebody
enough
tried
to
to set up Rocky Diamond.
They didn't try to set him up, nigga. They beat him up and
They
filmed
beat
him.
him up. They tried to kidnap him.
Here?
No, I was in
Colorado
Colorado.
tour?
Colorado, they said. So allegedly, the story goes is that I guess he's been out on tour and people said that he's been scamming people out of money, like charging him to perform or whatever. And they get like a.
But if you stupid enough to pay him,
Well, shit, people pay to perform all the time, but I think
I know.
the whole thing was that they were supposed to get something bad. Man, I got this bad as fuck right now. I can't even go to
That nigga over
I'm
there
like a
shaking
little
shit.
ass kid and shit.
That nigga over there shaking.
Proceed, you guys can talk about
the story goes.
Tell the story, man.
And from what I seen on the internet, Rocky was on tour and it was some money issues. I heard it was $300. I heard it was $3,200. But long story short, the man fucking basically set him up. One guy's recording. They fucking held him hostage. Got the whole shit on tape like some dumbasses. Held the man up, punched him up a couple times, and was just talking shit and punched him up. But they posted the video online.
You snitched on yourself, basically.
Pretty much.
That's
Pretty
dumb
much.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like shit like that, man. I mean, that's that young boy shit. I don't understand it. Like, if you're trying to get your point across, bro, there's more different ways to do that shit. I mean, was it embarrassing? Yes, it was hella embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? A little bit comical only because of the stupidity. You know what I'm saying? I chuckled. I ain't gonna lie to you. I chuckled because I don't give a fuck. Ain't nobody, nobody got killed. I felt sad too, but ain't nobody get killed.
I didn't know about it, but shout out Rocky Diamond.
Right, it was a lesson for everybody that was watching, everybody that participated in that dumb fuckery. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's different ways to go about it.
Why put that on the internet? You snitched.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's that young boy shit. So I said, if the nigga had a award show, he definitely have to do.
Cats who think Facebook is private,
man,
y'all are idiots.
They own everything. If
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg wants to get everything you've ever posted after you say delete, it's still on the web. Everything is still exists on the internet. You can never erase it fully. You commit a crime, they're gonna have a fucking web trail. Not even paper trail, it's a web trail, nigga. Webs catching your ass, strings and strings. But yeah, dude pretty much posted the video, then posted his little rants like, blah blah blah. I don't give a fuck. I want some smoke. That's the new term. You don't want no smoke. That means you don't want problems.
Yeah.
He said he wants all the smoke.
That's
so
like
I'm
an old
laughing.
term to me. I heard that shit back in the day.
I'm laughing because I'm just like, how stupid can you fucking get? You know what I mean? Plus, I mean, the kid, he ain't. Thank God he's alive. You know what I'm saying? They didn't kill him, but I'm just saying there's different ways to prove your fucking point. You know what I'm saying? But the shit was on the internet last week. It was a lot of mixed emotions. I'm sorry, G. A lot of mixed emotions about the shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas felt like it shouldn't have been shared. I felt like it should have been shared because shit, I wouldn't have seen it.
It's the internet, man.
And again, it's
the internet
you
demands that all things
you posted,
be
I'm watching.
Yeah.
You want an audience, goddammit, I'm right here.
You're not gonna share it.
Right, I'm right here, goddammit.
But they recorded it and posted it on his Instagram, on his Snapchat or whatever.
They took his phone.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
recorded
Oh, they did it on his phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shit went viral though. I seen the shit on Twitter.
Are they in jail yet? That's
All
what I
kind
want
of
to know.
shit.
Are those guys in jail yet? That's the
Over $300 or $3,200.
No matter what it is, I'd
I
have been to prison. That shit is not worth anything. Your
So
time
for
is
me,
priceless.
from my perspective, the only reason I don't like it because I love fight videos, but I don't like watching people get jumped. That's just like some cowardly ass shit to me, man.
He didn't get jumped though.
He did get jumped. There's three
He
people.
didn't. The one nigga was hitting.
No, they
He
both
got hit
did.
by a couple people.
Yeah,
Was he being?
He got jumped.
He got hit by all
Well, I
three
guess
of
you
them.
got
It
jumped.
wasn't
nigga.
just a one-on-one.
Yeah, he
He
got hit by all three
Was
of
he
them.
I
being
caught the ass
restrained?
in.
Was he being restrained so he couldn't hit
Man,
back?
they was
No.
kidnapping them niggas, bro. They had.
No.
I don't know. It
No,
seemed
so
like they had a
To
gun.
me, you get jumped if you're being held, so you can't hit back.
No, now that's the one thing where I couldn't. He
From
didn't
the
fight
look
back.
of the
that
body post, man, it looked like only thing I didn't see was a gun. It looked like they had the nigga
Looked
at
like
gun.
that.
I'm sure they had a
It
gun.
looked like
Right.
they came out of an apartment.
Right,
building,
them
trying
niggas
to
was
take
they
the
was walking.
I mean, what the fuck for?
Right.
likes and views, man.
What the fuck for?
Well, the thing about it is the day before it happened, the dude that recorded the shit posted on Facebook he got like a picture of money to oh yeah, I'm on this tour like shit.
Right. Yeah, that shit was
So like this dude.
It was cats are front though.
I was dumbfounded.
So I'm assuming dude probably had some paper. He probably paid to get on tour and probably was expected to get a certain amount back for per show or whatever and didn't get it.
But I'm saying it was premeditated. It was premeditated.
Oh, yeah, like on their behalf.
Right, which is totally set up shit. That's fuckery.
And I'm sure they had a gun, but they just didn't show it on camera.
But I'm saying,
as willingly as he was walking with them,
as calm as that, somebody had a gun.
Somebody had to have a gun. Something was making him walk with them.
Yeah, because ain't no way in fuck you walking me to the ass.
All nice and shit. Where's the car at?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, exactly. That's pretty much what happened.
Got away somehow.
Yeah, I'm just glad the kid is alive.
He got hit a couple times and he ran.
Right. Well, he posted a video after that showing us little shit like, oh, I'm all good.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, so.
He must be fat. He's tall. He must be fast as hell because he broke out the camera.
Yeah, that nigga did break. He got away for a split second.
Yeah, he got away.
See, why you laughing, man?
No, the second time he got away,
I was laughing from the jump.
They caught him back and then he got away again because he was safe.
Yeah.
Now he's safe.
Yeah, that's what I said.
But originally I was like, this shit is corny.
Yeah, they could have killed the nigga.
Does he recover as an artist from this?
Fuck no. You're dead.
How?
You
man,
think so?
I don't
because his fan base is on that hardcore young guy shit.
Not really though. That's what people saying. I don't even think he raps gangster shit. Like
yeah,
he like
got a little hardcore shit.
Like
bro.
A swag rap. I never heard him talk about like fucking nobody up.
He
and
got
like that.
not like
got a little
that,
bit.
but
He got a little bit of both.
Right.
I think more like swag and just like cool nigga type shit.
Here's my thing. I don't know his fan base enough.
Yeah, I don't fuck with him.
Jay Estate recovered from the hip hop award shit.
Says you.
Jay Estate's making moves.
Look,
Jay Estate's. He maximized more than anybody off of that shit.
He used it to his advantage.
Hell yeah, he got more than me and Boyman for that.
I was about to say he excelled over Boyman. Boyman's the one that took off on him.
Exactly. So that worked for him.
Yeah, but he used it to his advantage.
I don't think he used it to his advantage. So actually, people excused him after that.
Well, I hope that Rocky can overcome.
Well, he was out of line. JSA was out of line. He was out of line today.
I hope Rocky will overcome. That's all I'm gonna say.
I do too.
I hope everybody will overcome over that bullshit. Y'all never see me get my ass whooped
on the internet. We all need to rise.
It just
nah, if you the busters had to jump him over some petty ass.
I'm saying,
shit,
if a nigga ever do that to me and I walk away, it's going down.
It just wasn't a good look, man.
But it wasn't a bad look either, though. Like I can't say. Only thing I said was bad is that he didn't fight back.
All I'm saying is, from now on, if anybody
like
sees
I said, we don't know like if they did have a gun on him. Yeah.
Right.
I'm assuming they had a gun on him the way
I did too. I'm just saying overall, just the whole thing is just not.
Well, check out the video he posted.
They say all publicity is good publicity.
Right. Check out the video that he posted after post ass whooping. Not bragging, but just like
see, that's what I'm saying. So some niggas think he went out like a punk, and some people sympathize with him. So like it's torn already. So I don't think it's a bad move for him.
Hey, I've had my ass kicked before.
I think a lot more people know who Rocky Diamonds is. So can he capitalize? Yes.
Here's the thing. I'm still here.
Yeah, that's right.
You ain't never had your ass whooped on the internet.
Yeah, no, I have not had my
ass whooped. That's forever.
That's true.
Niggas can watch that ass whooping over and over.
True that.
All day.
All day.
They share with their friends.
Remember this nigga?
True that.
But thank God we ain't never got our ass whooped online.
I'm just saying, if you've had your ass whooped before,
I've had my ass whooped plenty of times.
You know that eventually that shit come back on them motherfuckers.
Definitely.
And if that shit happened on the internet,
oh, they're dead.
Maybe that shit comes back on them fools somehow later on the internet. I do believe
they probably already.
They probably released it.
They'll get theirs. They'll get theirs.
Yeah. Karma's a motherfucker.
Karma right now is a motherfucker.
That what's up, man. What if you did get beat up on the internet, online, or like on Worldstar shit?
That's what I'm saying. You forever got that shit on you. Yeah, you got that shit on you. I know somebody
that got beat up on Worldstar, downtown Minneapolis, and people are sharing this shit. People that fuck with them are sharing. I'm like, dude, how do you? If that's your people, like, why are you sharing and laughing at them?
Because, man,
ain't nobody not susceptible to getting their ass whooped.
Nobody.
I've seen big niggas get beat up.
Maybe I'm old school or whatever the fuck it is, but when I see a fight happen, my impulse is not to record that shit with my phone.
Yeah, me neither.
Nah, they recording everything, man. That's that new gen.
Nah, that's not me neither. Like even like when you see shit, I don't know. Last thing I'll be thinking about is grabbing my phone.
Right.
Unless it's something amazing,
but no, it's just
I'll grab my shit.
If one of those motherfuckers is Bruce Lee, I might pick out my phone.
Right. So this is where I feel old too, because like even like we're in this whole turn up, like you said, being lit and being on Snapchat and chronicling everything that you do.
Right.
Me, I'm like the opposite. When I'm having fun and I'm out in the environment, the last thing I'm thinking about, hey, let's stop this phone we're having. Let's get the camera.
Right.
See, every time I see people doing Snapchat and shit, it's manufactured fun.
So
I'll take a picture of the environment, but I won't be in it. I'll do the exterior.
Yeah.
I won't include myself.
You won't be in there and be like, oh, it's lit in here. Like, see, I think when people do that shit, they're faking it, because most of the times, if you're out with them, it ain't that lit. Like last night, these motherfuckers
I do it because I'm letting motherfuckers know this is where I'm at.
This is
last night we was out, nigga. Come down. This is where we at, boom.
But was it really cracking like that?
It was cracking last night in Honey. Yes, the
This is
turn
my
up.
thing. I'm waiting for.
Oh yeah.
I'm waiting for hip hop. At least, maybe not mainstream hip hop. I think people will always try to film a spectacle, right? But I'm waiting for hip hop to have a moment like underground dance music had a few years ago, because that's been my other thing forever. I came up on house music and hip hop.
Right.
And like, if you go to a lot of clubs and are there for techno or house music, like, it's a thing right now that they will not allow you to have your phone out in the club.
They'll make you put it away?
Yeah, they're
That's
like,
dope.
put that shit away. And it's like kind of almost like a shameful thing in some of these clubs to be seen with your phone out.
Word.
Because you're supposed to be fucking dancing.
Having fun and shit.
Why the fuck are you even looking at the DJ?
Right, that's what I say
Dance,
too,
motherfucker. And I'm waiting for hip hop to have a moment. And like I said, I don't expect this for like your big mainstream shit. I expect everybody's gonna have their phones out because people get starstruck, right?
Yeah.
But if you're going to an underground show, I feel like it should. Maybe we'll have our moments at some point where it's the same thing, where it'll be like, put your fucking phone away and get in the goddamn show.
Yeah.
We catch you recording, you're getting kicked out, nigga.
Yeah.
Well, shit, Dave Chappelle don't even let you. Or you gotta put your shit in a ziploc, in a lock bag.
Well, so they're worried about you stealing their
funny.
content or whatever because they're trying to go on HBO specials. I'm just saying,
Well,
like,
that's
be in the motherfucker.
Well, yeah, that's what I've heard comedians say. I've heard comedians say it before. Like, it's the exact opposite of music. So, like, music, you want your song to get out there, and the more it's heard, the more people ride with it. Like, you hear the same song over and over. There's like, once their material is a broadcast,
right,
and there's a video of it, they can't use it no more, because next time they go to the show, people are like, oh, I heard that shit already.
Yep, exactly.
I heard that joke already. So they don't have that advantage like musicians do, where people want to hear your hot shit. They want to hear new shit when you go to a comedy show. They want to hear shit you never heard before. That's why a lot of people like D.L. Hughley, because he recycles a lot of it. He's been doing a lot of the same jokes for years.
Right.
And I've heard people talk about how horrible he is. I'm like, dude, he's actually funny as fuck, but if you've seen him before or multiple times, I can see where you get that from.
Right.
So that's my thing with the...
No phones in the club.
Yeah,
Enjoy
I'm like,
yourself.
put your phone away and get into the music. That's why.
Like I said, man, most of the time people talking about they lit and turned up, they're really not.
Unless it's me.
They're turning up for the motherfucking camera, man.
I'm lit and I'm really turned up, if you see it. These are facts. Facts.
I don't believe them. Because
Follow me on Snapchat.
all my best moments in life, man, my phone wasn't in my hand to capture that shit.
And that's why when you're having some of the best moments, you gotta capture them shits, bro.
Unless I was
Like,
fucking...
nigga,
I capture them in my mind.
Unless
I'm
I
good
was-
with that.
I'm
beating
old,
some
man.
chops, that
The
was
weed
it.
fucked me up, so I gotta look at replay that shit. And remember this night?
Stop smoking so much weed. Just drink.
I don't smoke anymore, brother.
Just drink. You'll be all right.
That's what I do. In moderation.
Don't drink too much.
No, in moderation. Everything in moderation. Rap.
Not all things. Are moderation.
Rap, no, everything. Trust me. Too much of anything. In the wise words of Greg Nice, it was a nice smoke. Too much of anything and make you an addict. Leave that.
I'm trying to remember. It's like not Abraham Lincoln, but it's somebody like Abraham Lincoln who said everything in moderation except women and whiskey.
Yeah.
No, he lied.
You could have too much whiskey
He
and
lied.
too much
That's
pussy.
what I said. He lied. He lied to you. Look,
Only thing you can't have
we know about this shit.
only thing you can't have enough with is laughter and love, man.
True
That's
that.
right. All
True
right.
that.
And God. Can't never have enough God and Jesus
Yeah.
in your life.
Yeah. On that note,
We out.
we out here. Local Celebrity Beaches.
Thank you for having me.
No doubt, man. Thank you for coming.
Yay. That's from the West Coast. You niggas stole that shit. Let's go.
I've been saying that. I grew up on the Bay Area shit. When I was in high school, man, you couldn't tell me. I thought I was from San Francisco, bro.
You just want to bang?
That's all I listened to. Junior high.
Right.
I didn't start fucking with other, like, East Coast.
Spice One, where you at?
Yeah,
Right.
I didn't start
Right.
fucking
See, I
with
was
East
a
Coast
West
shit
Coast
until, like,
nigga. I was super West Coast.
to
around the Crips.
maybe like sophomore, junior year. That's when I actually started fucking with East Coast.
Ninth grade, we went to Sam Goody.
Ramon was one of them.
Biggie tape, and he stole
Your
Method
man
Man
Ramon is one of the people that got me back on East Coast.
Yeah.
James Harris, we was talking about, got me back on East Coast. Probably those two was the main factors because I was hanging out with them.
Right.
And that motherfucker Ramon loved Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang, bitch.
And then I went